All right. Wait, are the
Alrighty.
others joining us too?
I'm not sure if they're also joining, but we'll see
I,
momentarily.
I I expect TSS to show up.
Yeah, TSS, I expect him
Yeah.
to show unless he's gonna have some work. And also, the stream thingamabob is actually starting. Woo! Look at that! It just happened to
Yay!
start during the middle of the conversation. So, yay! Greetings, everyone! Oh boy! Oh
Pay no
boy! Oh boy!
attention.
Pay no attention to the 9 seconds of conversation we had prior to the start of this stream. And greetings, everyone. It's great to finally see you all here for another round
Woo!
of the PokePod. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in session number 34. And this one is going to be a fun experience as we're going to talk a couple of things in regards to the AnimeNYC experience, some of the things we obtained, some of the stuff we went through, and also talk about the future for not only this channel, but for everyone in general, and see where we all plan to go moving forward by the end of the year and even into 2019. So there's a lot that's going to be going down. But before we go and jump right into it, let's go and say hello to a couple of our pals that are here in this call right now. Got with me my good buddy Tyrone. How you doing, pal?
Hello, everybody. Tyrone the God 3 here. Good to
And
be
on
here.
time.
Yeah, I'm on time.
Yeah, we also got Richie as well. How you doing, Rich?
I miss Joe's Pizza, dude.
Oh, man. Well, we'll talk about that soon. And then, of course, surprise appearance also by our buddy Dean. How you doing, pal?
Hello. I'm not here very
Dean.
long, but I'm here.
Dean's
What?
here. You guys remember Dean, right?
No,
sure as
I don't
hell
think
do.
anybody knows who I am.
No, I don't.
The who?
This is my
Who?
second appearance this year.
How did this man get into our Discord?
I think, no, this is
I
your
don't
fourth
know.
appearance.
Did you know that this Discord used to only be for, I think, just us three? Was that right?
It
Is that how it
was,
Yeah, when
started?
we
yeah.
started. Yeah, when we started out.
And then it just
Those are
grew
the
and
whole-
grew.
That was back when we were using Skype.
Oh my god.
Good
old
old
times.
Skype days, man. That's a great.
Hey, I never had a
Oh,
problem with it
man.
personally, but you know.
Oh no, I never had it either. I'm just saying we just all migrated after the
yeah,
big
I think-
shenanigans that
yeah,
went down.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it grew so much, and then there was, like things got out of whack with Skype though, because Discord is better.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Says us, yes. And hopefully, let me see if everything's good. Everything looks to be running okay because I'm not hearing any issues from the chat whatsoever. Everyone's saying that, oh my god, Dane's here. Who is Dane?
Everyone chats like, what's a Dane?
Yeah, what's a Dane? Is that a dish? Oh man. But yes, folks, I hope you guys are in for a fun round of the PokePod R. We're gonna go and talk a little bit about what I mentioned before, and we're just tweaking things up, setting things all to get set and whatnot. Some of our other buddies, like TSS, says he will be joining us in a couple of minutes. They, of course, are getting themselves set as well. And anything else I'm forgetting? No, we'll just be talking about everything overall. So
speaking of
Alright.
forgettable, there's Alpha Eevee.
oh no, Monica. Although we did see some Monica cosplays over there at AnimeNYC.
Yeah, so he was there.
The
He was there
spirit
in
of Eevee
spirit.
was there too, yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, it was great. I'm also gonna see if I can attempt to put up pictures of some of the things that went down in that event. So if you guys are looking forward to seeing some of the pictures and whatnot, I'm gonna do my best to
Copyright.
get them. Yeah. Yeah. Somehow I get a copyright strike from Tyrone because I use his
Exactly.
picture
Yes,
in a thumbnail.
copyright strike.
Of all people, god damn it. Also, speaking of which, I actually uploaded a picture on Twitter,
Goddammit.
and also I did this here on Discord as well. I don't know if you saw that by any
I
chance.
did see. Yeah, I did.
It was just basically me on the floor, and actually, let me put this up real quick before I continue talking about it, because I just saw this, and the first thing that came to my mind was, I need to make an image out of it, and lo and behold, I did. So let me just do that real
Oh,
quick.
I know. I think I should talk about it, yeah.
Yeah. Let me just get that real quick. Hold on. All right, I have two versions of this. I'll put this one up here. There we go. Okay, let me just get that. Boof. All right, hold on. See, this is why it's always good to fit the screen. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let me go and transition into that right about now. Boop. There we go. It's this image of everyone just not... I don't even know what the hell's going on here. Everyone's just like glaring at me at this image. And I'm just here like everyone has a different name of show pro. While content creators are like all the way at the very bottom. And for some reason, I decided to add the text to Mew as well. Just because why the hell not? Because apparently that's a thing. I love it because there were so
Nice.
many different variations of
Nice.
Show Pro. Because there was like Show Pro with the capital S, just all lowercase Show Pros, the one with a capital S and a P, and then the all caps Show Pro, which was perfect for Richie because it looks like he's screaming.
Right.
So it was absolutely beautiful, man.
I'm just looking to feast. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized the show. I've seen this image before. I just now realized the show pros are all spelled differently.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I did it like that because it works.
Realized that too. Yeah,
It's so
I just
good.
realized that too.
Yeah,
It's
it's such a little small thing I just wanted to add just because of all the shit we went through all that time. And like I told you, just the Mew. I don't know why the hell I did that, but fucking Mew, I love him so much.
I like how Mew is still Mew no matter what.
Yeah, it's just Mew at the end of the day. Also,
So-
forgot to mention because I was talking with you guys about why I bought that Mew. It was for a gift for my mother. She also wanted me to tell you guys, thank you guys so much, and also hello to all of you as well.
Hello, KG's mom. That's her name, right? KG's mom.
Yeah, hello.
KG's mother.
It's like in Pokemon where the character he doesn't have a name. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
well,
like-
we'll give it something. What about Mama Prestige or something? I don't know.
It's just like in Rugrats when like Angelica's like, "Hi, Mr. Chucky's dad."
Yeah, no one seems to be phased by it. It's
Oh.
just a thing. I love it so much. Hold on, let me just.
And you don't have a dad, right? At all. Like you just have a mom. That's it. Right?
According to Pokemon logic, that's how it's
Yes.
supposed to work.
No,
so yes.
no.
Yeah.
You
No,
have just one
he doesn't.
parent. And
He
you
doesn't.
came out of there nowhere. Just a mom.
Yeah, I just sort of just popped into existence somewhere around the line.
Yeah,
Surprisingly,
Mama
during the start of the X
Prestige.
and Y days, didn't you know? How convenient, man. But yeah, that was one of the many images we're going to be showing off later within this stream. So, man, that was great, though. Although my leg was sleeping during that segment.
Right.
Which
Yeah,
is
you were
why I
complaining
think I
about
was
that
on
one.
the floor because my fucking leg slept when we were sitting down. I like slept. I was sitting down in a very awkward position, which caused my legs to get so numb that I couldn't get up. So I think that's what
Even
caused us.
after 3 hours worth of sitting, that didn't do any shit.
No, look, dude, when I came back home, my feet were like all. I don't even know if you guys experienced it too with your feet, where you're just like in pain or they felt squishy in the bottom, and when you like poked at it, it just like
Yeah.
stung.
Yeah, because it's a lot of walking.
Yeah, and also because after this, I went walking all the way to, and you guys too as well. We went walking all the way to 49th Street to get to Nintendo New York because we waited for the
Oh, you guys
goddamn
went?
bus.
Oh.
Okay, let's talk
Yeah.
about that stupid as hell bus story, man, because that's so ridiculous what happened.
That was a journey.
But dude, I absolutely loved how we were just all chillaxing, relaxing, just talking our way. But anyway, what happened was that me.
Speaking of which, before you do that, speaking of which, hi DJ.
Oh,
Hello.
hey.
I thought I'd join in.
Hey,
Hi,
how you
DJ.
You don't mind.
Yeah, come right in, man.
course
We always
not.
like. Well, we
Well, you might as
especially
well
want
bring
to hear
everyone's
from
mom
you,
here, too.
DJ, for your shit that you went through.
Yeah,
Oh,
but we all went through some trials and tribulations. I think DJ should go first technically because
Oh
his was
yeah,
the
you
most.
should. You should. All right.
Yeah. Okay, we'll save the bus story for later then. And,
Yeah, we'll save our
let's
bus
hear it.
story for later.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the first thing, I'm glad to see you're home safe and sound, DJ. That's great to see.
Yeah,
Right.
I wasn't sure for a little bit.
Oh,
Take,
man.
take it away, DJ.
Yeah,
Okay, so what am I doing?
Uh,
Am I just
you're-
talking
you're-
about
you're
like my
playing
horror
the
story?
journey. Yes.
Okay, so I was going to go to Anime Boston to see all of my friends, and so
And then I
I-
got I'm just kidding.
and that's the end of the story. That's all that happened.
Oh wow.
No, sorry. Go ahead, DJ.
Okay. So I booked my flight. It was supposed to leave early Thursday morning, and I was flying into the Newark airport because I was staying with my friends. And all of a sudden, this powerful snowstorm came out of nowhere, and that delayed a bunch of things. And it just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and eventually, United Airlines just stopped communicating with us, and we just. we were
may I add a comment? May I add a comment to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
It looks like I got the better end of that stick because I also flew fucking United just from San Diego to San Fran, from San Fran to New York. So, as a fellow traveler, I feel bad for you that they
Yeah.
gave you tons of shit. But anyways, go on.
No, but it was just a ton of like bad stuff. There's also another United flight that was going to Newark, and they started loading first. So at first it was like, wait.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
wait, oh no!
Oh, look who's joined us.
Look who decided to show up.
Who shows up?
I don't really know how this works, but okay.
Okay, as long
You're
as you're
doing it
wearing
right
headphones so it doesn't
The
echo, I think we'll
frozen
be
one.
fine.
Okay, I'll get my headphones.
Okay,
You're
okay.
doing fine.
Okay, well, we'll talk about her in just a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just let
Just a
TJ
minute.
Talk
finish.
about this whirl over here.
Sorry.
We'll give you your. Don't worry, we'll give you your grand debut in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, DJ, carry on.
Okay, so eventually, long story short, that flight ended up getting canceled, and so I'm all alone in this airport. I'm not really experienced with flying, and I've never had a flight canceled before, so I'm just I didn't know what to do. I was panicking a little bit, but eventually, I got a new flight, and at first, originally I was supposed to take off out of Columbus. But then the next time, the only flight I can get was out of Cincinnati. So I booked a hotel room to stay at Columbus for the night. And then I drove all the way to Cincinnati the next morning. And then right as I was on my way to the airport, that flight ended up
Garfield and friends, how you doing?
Everyone just keeps showing up, interrupting my stuff.
Let DJ finish that story.
Carry on.
Yeah, seriously. What happened after that Cincinnati shenanigans?
DJ,
Yeah.
complete your story.
Okay, so as I was on my way to the Cincinnati airport, I got a text along the way. It's like, hey, your flight's been canceled. And I'm like, what? Which I thought was crazy because, like, I heard reports from a lot of people, including Polly here, that the weather in Newark was just fine now. The snow was all gone. They cleaned off everything. So I went inside. I looked at all the departures, and other airlines like Delta and American. They were still going to Newark, but for some reason United wouldn't let up. So
Because
things
United
weren't looking that
sucks.
great. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the moral of this whole story at the very end.
The
Just don't
moral of
flight.
the story: United sucks.
Well, there's
Mhm.
737s. There's 737-900s. They're some of the worst aircraft I've ever ridden in.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Oh,
More people
my
are
God.
just
What the
coming
hell?
in.
Who else is here?
Everyone is here.
Everyone is here. Hi, Evie.
It all comes together, ladies
I'm just
and
trying
gentlemen.
to tell
Oh,
my
God, who
airport
invited
story.
you?
Yeah, really, TJ. It just happens to like be in the middle of your little story.
I think now would be a good time to introduce
Okay.
our new.
Well, yeah, we okay. Well, not just simply one new member, multiple new members. But for now, one has joined us for the
Yes.
fun little shenanigans. So let's go and give an introduction to our new buddy here. Good pal, Polly. How you doing?
Hi, Polly.
Hello.
Polly Walleye.
I'm like so nervous. No.
This is why she's nervous, because of shit like that.
The nerves will wear off after a few weeks.
Right.
Few
And I
weeks.
just saw you guys too. I think
It's not like anyone's watching
Yeah,
this.
just
or
like
anything.
yesterday.
No, they're hearing it.
Yeah,
All
who
these
wants
people-
this shit?
All these people watching.
yeah. I don't know what to say. Well, first of all, I just want to thank you guys for adding me. I mean, like I said yesterday, I'm really honored. So, yeah.
No, don't worry. I was like that too.
Beautiful introduction right there.
Exactly.
Jesus, Polly, give somebody else a chance to speak. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
But yeah, it's just like and that's what I wanted to say too, is that I love that this event introduced me to you guys and just so many people, friends and fans alike. It was really fun. My trip there got delayed as well, but it didn't get delayed on DJ's level. It just got delayed like 15 minutes. And the weird part
Oh,
was,
great. I got 2
yeah,
days. I didn't even talk
Right.
about how I had to get another hotel in Louisville instead, like go to the next day. But I mean, in summary, I got delayed twice. I didn't get there until Saturday. It was terrible. Don't fly United. The end.
Right, don't fly
Yeah.
United. So what happened is it was snowing in St. Louis when we were leaving. Like it was already snowing while we were leaving, and the snow had happened. So we left, and we were out of the snow. Unfortunately, 2 hours had passed once we landed in New York. So by the time we landed, guess what followed us? The fucking snow.
I know you were telling me like how you were like flying by like as if the snow is just chasing after you, like bit
Right,
by
like-
bit.
And I hate how the next morning, after we hung out with TSS and the others, next morning I wake up, it's all melted as if it didn't happen.
No, that's the stupid part. The next day it was clear and sunny as hell, and I'm like, "What the hell happened?"
But the problem is when you have people on like the Major Deegan Expressway on I-87 stuck in traffic for 10 to 15 hours. That's a problem.
Right. That's a problem.
Terrible.
I live 10 minutes away from where...
Yeah, go ahead, Polly. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it was ridiculous. Like even for me, who lives relatively close to where the con was, I live only 10 minutes away from where I work, and like I said yesterday, it took me like 2 hours to get home and drive less than a mile, so it was really bad.
Yeah, well, TSS took us out to get ramen, I believe, around that time, and we were getting hit with like little tiny ice crystals.
Yeah, it was burning our face and everything. Yeah,
we're gonna talk about
minivans.
And they
hurt my feelings. The one important thing.
Well, the other thing was I was on the express bus. I got on at 8:25 p.m. I stood almost 2 hours on that bus, and I didn't even make it. I went from 45th Street to 113th Street in Manhattan. I bailed on the bus. I went on the 6th train to go home, 45 minutes, and then at 45 minutes, the bus only moved 4 blocks.
So
nice.
You told me that it would have taken you to like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, the bus did not make it to my neighborhood till 12:40 a.m. And there was one guy, that got off the bus at the same time as me who had been on the bus since 7 o'clock. So people would have been on the bus for 5.5 hours.
Hold on, since Polly's.
Well, you're lucky in that case.
Yeah, people were like completely stuck on the Brookner Expressway. Had to park the bus and go in like buckets because people had to use the bathroom, and there's no bathrooms on the side of the highway. It's really embarrassing and really. But here's the thing, as I told these folks a couple days back. The reason why it was like this hellpocalypse like traffic was because three things happened. Number one, everybody wanted to go home early. Number two, they had the trucks ready and they were rolling, but the problem is they pretty much said like, since everybody was on the road, there was no way to get the plows in front. The plows were behind everybody, and then there was like 1,000. Then there was like 1,000 accidents on top.
I mean,
of that.
hell, one almost killed Richie, right?
Not once, twice.
Okay, so
That's what
if anybody,
welcome to NYC, Richie. I hope we left a good first experience.
So go ahead. So since Richie, welcome. Yeah, almost getting killed. Actually, speaking of which, I almost got hit by freaking cars today because I was talking on the phone trying to help somebody over the phone, and I accidentally ran into a green light. And almost got hit by a car.
Damn.
Beautiful on Fifth Avenue. Just trying.
He was walking there.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm walking.
But Richie, you need to tell people about your epic
Zamboni.
All right, there's two stories in one, ladies and gentlemen.
We better warn our fellow Californians to never travel to New York, as it is a very dangerous place, and they have a one.
All right, Monica, how about you?
Everyone in the chat is like, "Damn it, I wanted a bloodbath from that."
Jesus. Pour one out for my boy.
Okay, so
go ahead, because I was gonna crack a joke.
Just for clarification, it wasn't that near to death, but it was definitely interesting. Though TSS, you could probably help me out with naming the streets this happened in, because I actually don't remember. So
yeah, so basically we were walking on 6th. We were walking on 47th Street. It was 53rd. Yeah, it was on 53rd Street. It was just past Radio City. We got on. We took a left-hand turn, and we were starting to walk alongside of the buildings on 53rd between 6th and 7th Avenue, and all of a sudden you see this guy with. Okay, if anybody knows how this apparatus, the snow apparatus, it has the attachment on it that looks like the street sweepers, the rollers on the street sweepers. So think about that, except the guy is pushing that through the snow and try to blow the snow up. Well, the thing is, the snow goes up and to the left. So this guy was coming from our point of view ahead of us coming back, and the guy was just like giving no fucks and just blowing right through it, and freaking Richie got engulfed with fucking snow.
Nice.
And and on top of that, he almost got hit by the guy because he had to step out of the way, and he got the full brunt of the snow in his face.
I'm sorry for laughing at this.
They play like
But it's
the Final Fantasy X song, the doom 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 doom.
Oh,
Gets covered in snow.
just real quick, somebody's asking, does Sunday when
No,
anime review
see-
is over? Yeah, it finished like
See-
about a minute into the session, man.
See, someone should have recorded that thing and just added it to be continued era from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Dude,
Well, the thing was, I was not about ready to buy a new phone.
Aw.
The snow like was about to get over Richie, and they played the "We'll Be Right Back."
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Dun, dun.
Hey guys, baby mail time. Oh, here's
So
a question for
basically,
Sally, yes.
basically, all of us should be wearing our "I Survived My Trip to New York" shirts.
Yeah.
Well, then again, no, I deal with that
I
shit
get
every
first
day.
dibs.
Oh no, that's just part of living here, man. But for
That's
these
that's
folks,
just living. That's just part of living here every day of the week. You have to deal.
You
You have to
also
deal. You have to deal with.
have
You have to deal with homeless people that smell like 3 month old oxidized piss.
Okay, I don't have to experience that, thankfully. Alright,
Yeah.
what were you gonna say, Polly? I think you were trying to say something.
Oh, I was gonna say you also haven't experienced New Jersey drivers.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened
really
with
bad.
that?
Oh, just in general, New Jersey drivers are the worst.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like some kind of little thing you had when you were going from there.
Let me think. New Jersey drivers are pretty bad, but I would say people in Alberta, Canada, drive worse. Yeah, because those are the jackasses that go when there's like 3 or 4 inches of solid ice on the ground, and they're trying to drive a freaking what is it? A Toyota Corolla with regular tires.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
no, you don't do that. And they're supposed to put the tires up there. They're worse up there. They just don't know how to drive.
Yeah, well, that's just how it is, man.
Yay.
Yeah. Did you just say yay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the first time. I don't remember. I mean, there was the second time, but I forgot the street for that one.
It was somewhere in New York City. Let's just say that.
Yeah, so the second time was just as brutal.
Yeah, the second time was on the same fucking block. It was just like 2
Wait, it
blocks
was?
down.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was on 53rd, but it was like between, I think, 8th and 9th.
Shit.
I guess history does repeat itself, man. I just didn't expect it to be like this.
Yeah, it happened within like 20 minutes of each other.
God.
Hey,
Richie.
listen. I love Canada. I love poutine. A couple of my greatest friends live in Canada. I've been to Alberta like 6 times. You know, Edmonton and Calgary. They're nice places to go when it's not fucking -20 and ice on the ground. Because here's the thing: in Alberta, they cannot use rock salt. They have to use limestone, which doesn't do jack shit. You know, so you basically have like a huge fucking thing of ice, and you have to worry about breaking your ass because they can't use rock salt.
Oh, hold on. Somebody was asking about the bus. Okay, well, first, Richie, you wanted to finish up what you were trying to say before I talk about the bus?
Also, I danced in the cold, in the snow. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like something
I
more.
only
but-
did that. I only did that because we were just meeting up with Tyrone, and we had no idea where the fuck he was.
Yeah, he got off at
apparently-
one station after he was fucking off.
Because
Yeah, apparently.
there's a
Apparently.
difference between Google's directions and TSS's directions, and you can tell who's lived in New York and what's a program that's set up to think that it knows where you need to go. With that being said, TSS, your directions were trash. I'm just kidding. No, yours were accurate.
oh.
No, TSS's
Alright,
directions were more accurate than Google's.
Yeah, because he
because
knows
I'm-
the way around. That's
because I do this shit every day.
yeah. This is part of his job life, man.
That's I mean, my livelihood depends on the transit system. Okay, so I gotta know every single transfer point that is possible between trains.
Okay, then. So let's go talk about that bus experience for just a bit. Okay, it's nothing extreme to like Richie's or Holly's 2-hour wait that she had.
Also, just for clarification, never had any flight problems. As well. Just forgot to mention.
I think
okay.
DJ's gonna kill you, Rich.
Well,
Wish I could relate.
maybe
He's
start showing up.
he's
Maybe
plotting.
one eye open
He's
tonight.
plotting
Start showing
Richie's
up, Devon.
demise as we speak.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I still got to send you that thing later, Richie. When I get the chance, I'll try to send.
Oh, yeah,
it.
my
We'll talk about that soon.
Yeah.
So talk about our bus endeavors.
The bus journey. Okay, so after I think it was on the second day, on Saturday, we decided to go to Nintendo New York because you guys had to leave super early. You guys being both Richie and Tyrone, and we wanted to do something over there in 49 and Rockefeller and even in Times Square just for a little bit, and have some fun, go up the stairs and that big thing in Times Square and whatnot. And what happened was that I had the same issue with Tyrone with the GPS too, where the GPS told me, oh look, there's a bus stop over here. I think it's the M50 or something that you have to take to get yourself all the way from there to 50th Street to get there to then walk 1 block to get to to Nintendo New York. And we were like, okay, so it doesn't sound far. It's only like 20 minutes according to what I'm reading here in the paper. And we decided to go there. The thing is, the bus stop that we went to was really close to the sea. And given that it was nighttime and how windy it was, you could imagine just that insane cold breeze just slapping in our faces. It was horrendous with that. But it didn't make it any better when you find out that the bus hasn't been showing up at all throughout the entire time that we've been waiting for like 15 minutes. And what happened was, like, we decided to be like, okay, you know what? Let's just do the typical New York thing. Let's keep walking forward, walking right next to the bus route and see if we can
Our heroes travel down the road
the bus route
to Nintendo New York.
And, in the middle of the night too. And we were just walking. We're like, okay, listen, we just got to keep moving forward. Maybe we'll meet up with the bus somewhere around the line. That entire time from it was 42nd and okay, let's go from AnimeNYC, which was at 32nd, correct? Or 34? I don't remember which of the two.
34.
34.
No, well, 34th.
Okay, from 34th Street, we went from there all the way to 49th Street via walking. That entire time we walked the whole way through.
The bus. I know that. Well, I wasn't with you guys because I was, rocking out at the concert. And the bus that runs, I believe, is the M11.
No, it was the
M20. The M50 only goes across 50th Street.
No, that's what we were trying to get to.
And you want to know what the weird part about that whole episode was? Like, when we're walking, this fortune teller starts talking to... Yes, this fortune teller starts talking to my girlfriend, right? And when she's talking to my girlfriend, she's like, just, trying to hype her up because, fortune tellers are trying to stop you so you can pay the money to tell the fortune. She says, I see great things in your future. I see new love in your future. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, we're 3 years old. Stupid fortune teller.
When I heard about that, I was trying to call Tyrone so I could find an excuse for him to just get out of there, and that way he could come see us because this is the typical. I don't want him to go through the same $20 CD bullshit that I had to go through when we met.
Oh, the mixtape guy, the
mixtape guy.
Hey, y'all want to buy some cassette tapes?
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, Tyrone's about to have that classic New York experience where he's about to get mugged some money, but instead from a CD person, it's by a fortune teller. Right, so I was trying to tell him to come.
I foresee an ass whooping in your future.
Oh man, it was hilarious what happened there, but thankfully you guys got out of there quickly and we were able to move forward.
But we survived our Lord of the Rings trip to Nintendo New York.
And it was hilarious because it took us like maybe 30 to 45 minutes to actually get to Nintendo New York.
To be fair, had we just walked all the way from start to finish, it would have been the same time.
Yeah, we got there at 8 o'clock and everybody finished in 10 minutes, and I'm like,
it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm just like, I just laughed so hard when I find out, oh my god, we took this 50 50-minute walk to get here, and lo and
It should've
behold,
been
we were
20,
there for
but
only.
yeah.
No, it was 50 when you count from 34.
No. I'm saying it should have been 20.
Yeah, it was
We've done
fun.
that for point A.
Yeah,
I
and
taught a kid. I taught a kid how to play Pokemon.
yeah, that was great. I have the photo actually of you playing with
Tyron's
the little
MVP
one.
for that, honestly.
Yeah, but did the kid actually ever fully understood the thing? I'm assuming not, right?
Well, she beat the Goldeen, so I find that as an accomplishment.
You know what, Tyron? You know what, Tyron? It's funny also because afterwards you're like, if she wins the VGC, yeah, she's gonna remember.
that
She's
was
gonna remember
me.
this moment.
Yeah, I taught her how to play.
Thank
No,
you.
what
This
happened
random
when
creep
we
that
went
came.
to when we went to Nintendo New York, we saw that there was a bunch of screens. Everybody was playing Pokemon Let's Go because they were just on a bunch of screens. But the big screen was showing off the game, and like people could walk up to it and play it. This little girl was playing, and she had a Bellsprout and I think an Ekans out, because it was already set on co-op, and she was using Bellsprout, and I noticed that she wasn't doing too well in the fight, so I just walked over and I was like, "Hey, press that, like press
MVP.
the Vine Whip."
MVP.
And she clicked A for the Vine Whip, and I was teaching her how to play, and when I was teaching her, she beat the Goldeen, and then I was like, "All right, guys, we can leave now."
Yeah, no. My work here is done.
The student has become the master.
Right.
Pokemon Master.
But yeah, it was fun. It was great to see Nintendo New York and all of it was a really beautiful looking
chaos.
store. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in New York though.
That's nothing. That's nothing. You want a lot of people? Try like Thanksgiving or the time between Thanksgiving and New Year's.
Oh no!
Yeah,
come here during New Year's Eve, man, and come to Times Square.
New Year's, you come to New Year's Eve, and then you got to sit in the middle of a freaking crowd of people, and you can't go to the bathroom for like 12 hours.
Nope, you got to hold that thing the whole way through, and I'm never doing that ever.
So, did you guys play Pokemon Go at all?
Tyrone and I actually got to play his game for a little bit, which was funny because we started talking about stupid shit when that went down in that game. Because I was telling Tyrone when he was playing it on his Switch, he brought the thing to AnimeNYC. We decided to go there to rest for a little bit, and I said, let's do some co-op, right? And we started playing a little bit of the co-op game, and I find it hilarious just how it functions overall with the second player, because it kind of reminds me of the Sonic and Tails situation with some of the classic Sonic games, where it's like, oh, you can control the character, you can go anywhere you want to, hell, you can even cross past the trainers. They don't care about you going past them. They seem to ignore it. And then whenever Tyrone ends up doing something, then suddenly my character gets Thanos and disappears into the mist, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to her?
She flies into the air like my planet needs me.
Like, and it was great too, because I was just like, what the hell just happened here?
She actually puts her hands up and like she's about to fly like Superman or something. It actually got the animation. It's hilarious.
And I was like, I can't really say much because I only played for like 5 minutes, and even then all I just did was Vine Whip the hell out of Brock. So
yeah.
I know that sounded weird, but yeah, that's literally what happened.
There's another Doujin waiting to happen.
It wasn't Onyx, it was Brock.
Oh, can I talk about that, please? I want to talk about that majestic. Sorry, that thing that caused me to lose my mind.
That Polly, that was your story, wasn't it?
Yeah, if she could work herself up to talk about it.
Yeah, if you want to talk about that, Polly, I'd like to know where you got that from and all that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that picture right there, the next Captain America Civil War.
That's a really.
I don't remember Edgar being a poly, but anyways.
No. He's referring to the image of the picture in the podcast thing we have on the video.
Us battling. Of us having a Pokemon battle.
Oh yeah, that was a good photo.
Are we talking about the bed riot thing?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, so that wasn't. I was influenced by my friends. I've recently found that Kirishima has become my favorite character from My Hero Academia. I recently got into the series, and I'm kind of obsessed. Not to Pokemon level yet, but
It's getting there.
So
Hiroshima Mon Amour. That's a good song too.
I had actually seen this online, the zine. I was like, well, you know, obviously I'm not going to buy it online. I think it was actually sold out or something. I just saw an artist that had worked on it. But then I came across 2 tables, actually. One was selling it for $30, and the other had a few copies that were misprints. I guess like words got messed up or something, or got printed twice. So they were selling it for $10. So my friend next to me kept egging me on, and I kind of, curiosity got the best of me. And let's just say on Saturday night, we had Daniel here do a really nice live reading of one of the fanfics.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
It was great.
Great bedtime story. So.
Oh my god. Hold on, let me post this picture real quick in the.
Oh,
here we go. My fucking face when that happened.
I was responsible for the video, by the way. So give me all the likes and retweets and shit.
It's a bad first impression too. I didn't even officially say where I came from, but it's okay. That will be reserved for another time. Also, I apologize. I lost my voice a little bit, so I kind of sound like.
Don't worry, Paul. Don't worry, Paul. You weren't the only one that lost the voice, but mine was for a different reason. So.
At least you didn't lose your life.
Did you check the lost and found?
They just have like a case of voices, like in a jar, like the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
They're like trapped in a little.
KG, that image is perfect.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Well, there's actually a full video based on that in case you guys want to check it out over at Richie's Twitter, so go check that out.
Yes.
I have to hide the book, though. I mean, it's sitting right next to my Bible on my nightstand.
Hey, let's not hate, all right? That's what we got. Praise the Lord Helix.
There's a new religion in town.
Lord Helix.
It's the newest testament.
All hail Lord Helix.
All hail Bed Riot.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
I'm interested in this religion.
Yeah, but yeah,
No, I'm not gonna get you into it, man. I couldn't. I just saw. You
know what that means? Then we have to create our own version of Chick-fil-A.
I still haven't had Chick-fil-A though.
Chick-fil-A.
I can't relate.
Chick-fil-A. What the fuck?
Really?
I didn't say that. I swear.
There's one
Yeah,
down
you
the street.
totally did, Rich.
Someone did.
No, I did not. Fuck out
It was
here.
me.
Damn, man.
Whoa.
Hold on.
But
We gotta get you back on the table, man.
What, Chick-fil-A?
Back to the earth ground.
Oh, actually, also I want to before I forget, one of our other buddies is actually in the YouTube chat right now. I believe it was Red Dragon Emperor Ash who joined.
who
us.
that? Yeah, there he is.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Notice. Yeah.
So first of all, thank you so much for coming to see us too. That was great to finally.
That was just like random, and he joined us for ramen, and it was that's what I like.
Ramen.
Yeah, and not just ramen too. We have barely touched the surface of all the shenanigans we did because it's kind of funny. We're talking about things about AnimeNYC yet
We're supposed to be talking about Pokemon at some point.
Well, okay, here's my Pokemon Sun and Moon review. It exists. Okay, now let's go and talk about the rest of the Pokemon.
No, let's talk about Satoshi's face going like super crazy.
Well,
Because when he reacts to Mokuro spitting out that Everstone,
and then
he does like
eating it
this.
back.
He does like this. Yeah, he does like this like triple tiered reaction that's in the same shot, which that's like ultimate Satoshi-gasm.
Oh. Wait, so he has an Everstone, right? That proves that he's basically going to stay the same.
That's their writer. That's the writer's excuse now.
And even the narrator even says, "I wonder what's going to happen to the unevolving Rowlet."
Yeah. Because if you look at my Twitter right now, you'll see like 4 images. 3 of the images are the thing, and that happens in succession. So
I
it's
don't
like
think they did that since like what Diamond and Pearl with Piplup.
Yeah, but you're right. Actually, I think it has been since.
I also like
Pikachu.
Pikachu's like shocked face because it actually looks better than the original one.
It's better than It's better than Chispin and Oshawa. It's like I don't want to evolve because if I do evolve, I won't be the comic relief anymore.
Yeah, and this guy's just like
Oshawa in a nutshell.
And Rowlet at least understands that it needs to stay an owl because it can't sell merchandise as a Dartrix.
You got it, yeah, because somebody because to make the rift of hair in China is very difficult.
Right.
But that's our Sun and Moon review, folks. It was still overall a fun one. I mean, it's great, but I feel like we're gonna overshadow it with AnimeNYC.
How was okay? I mean,
I like his voice.
Yeah, the voice sounded good. He kind of has that like Nagoya sound to him, like the accent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of afraid to hear Hal's voice because in my brain, because all I have to know him by is the games, and in my brain, he sounds stupid to me. Like,
he doesn't sound. He actually doesn't sound that stupid. He sounds very energetic and excited.
I know, but that's what I want him to sound like.
That's how we kind of did it in the Sun playthrough, right?
Yes. In the Pokemon Sun playthrough, he's just like eating. He's like, yeah, these
Too bad that video no longer exists.
That long lost Pokemon.
Well, we gotta have Malasada versus Ice Cream. It's gotta be a thing.
Oh
KG,
my god.
KG, remember Alolan Poop? Alolan Poop!
Oh, yeah.
Very unique.
Very unique.
I forgot about that.
I thought it was the Alolan genocide that you were talking about, though.
But yeah, I think, like you guys said, so much has happened in the con. I think we'll be mostly talking about that, right?
Yeah, I feel like the Sun and Moon review can be held for like next week, just in case. So we can do like a double review.
Because to be honest, it's like this whole weekend was like a cluster stuff of things happening.
But it was so fun despite that.
Yeah,
cluster.
I mean this is like the first con in like forever that I have not gone to any panels.
Yeah, and I was surprised when I heard you were like
zero panels.
I thought you were gonna go to the
ramen one, but
the ramen one. That was the one you were super excited for this time. And
I personally think since this con is so new, and I've been to a few, like Anime Boston, I've been to a few times, and that one's huge. I think they're kind of getting on their feet with this one. They're like each year. I'm sure TSS could probably explain this better, but each year, like things are just getting like bigger and better and kind of.
Well,
improved.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to consider that AnimeNYC City it was organized by Pete Tatara, who's the same guy who did the original New York Anime Festival. And in the New York Anime Festival, I went to the 2009 one, and then 2010, that's when it merged with Comic-Con, and that's basically dissolved it. And then what they tried to do, what Comic-Con tried to do was they tried to get Anime Expo to come back to revive New York Anime Festival. I don't know how well it did, but I didn't go to it because it was like on Pier 94 up this thing, and it's like it wasn't even the real thing. I mean,
I also heard you had to buy a separate ticket aside from the Comic-Con one just to even get inside that one.
I didn't know that, and I thought I could go to because I wanted to go to the My Hero panel, and the last day I figured out that you had to buy a separate ticket. I was so mad.
Because they don't explain it to you. They try to like loophole that thing where it's like, oh look, you can come here, but they don't say how you do it.
But the real FU was the fact that Anisong Matsuri got to Anime New York City and not AX.
And that was the best feeling ever.
Yeah, and not New York Anime Festival.
Yeah, it's great when because the thing that makes me appreciate AnimeNYC and why I go there a lot is because you could tell that this was something made by fans for the fans, and you felt that emotion throughout the entirety of this.
It doesn't feel commercialized.
No, it doesn't. It feels like everyone's just this one giant community that have different tastes and different things, but they all come for one particular.
Brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Sponsored by Crunchyroll. But
I would have probably think cup noodles if anything, man.
Welcome to AnimeNYC.
Nissan cup noodles.
Yes.
It's Welcome to AnimeNYC, brought to you by Coke. Also brought to you by the Soda Coke.
Go on, Evie.
Okay, so
Nice.
I want to know something. Look, I obviously was never there to begin with. You guys said you had to buy 2 separate tickets for
No,
one
no.
for the anime.
No,
Mine was
no,
that
that's
one.
for
No,
that was for
that's
Comic
for-
Con and New York Anime Festival.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Okay, never mind. No,
Anime New York City was exclusive
World
to
Xbox.
yeah.
Exclusive.
We
Yeah.
need
exclusive premiere from Sony.
50 world premiere. Imagine
available for Xbox and these other consoles.
Windows.
Okay.
But continue then. What are you gonna?
I was gonna say, well, this was just in the Javits Center, and just one admission.
Yeah.
So it was great. I mean, the artist alley was fantastic. I bought a couple of posters the last day. I bought the Kanto special delivery, the Kanto mail, the stamps, and that was a poster. And then there was one with and then I bought the one with Oak in the classroom.
I saw that one too.
Yeah, I got like one of the last of the Kanto's post office ones,
Nice.
because I think they only had 2 left.
I feel, to me personally, Artist Alley, at least for what I was looking for, wasn't there. Because you guys know I always was a big sucker for acrylic stands. And they didn't have as many this time around. But they did have a massive amount of acrylic keychains and all those kind of things, to which I also obtained as well. I'll probably show that off a little bit. But I just wanted to, continue talking about this stuff before I go and do these unboxings of all these things I got from everyone here too, just to show that off as well. But one of the things I really did enjoy from the Artist Alley, though, that was really amazing, was the commissions. They were actually some artists actually had slots open to where you can do commissions and order something based on what you want to have. Either it be like an OC, character, an animal, or something like that, a doodle, all that kind of things. And there was this one artist, let me make sure I get that person's name right, because I would be an absolute jerk if I do not. So let me go get this real quick, because I also want to give a shout out to them as well for making the Ruby artwork. That was
such a good
artwork.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Here we go. I found it. This is art made by Angeli Raffer. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Angeli space RAFER.
You ain't got no alibi.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
So they have right here like Tumblr links and IG links as well. Like the IG is at T with the devil, facebook.com/Angeli Raffer, dailydogdoodles.tumblr.com. They also had these other drawings that I didn't show off right here in this picture with Ruby, but they had this one of like these pigeons in New York City, and one of my favorite pigeons was the one that says like bada bing bada boom, or hey, I'm walking here. Also, what's that noise in the background going on right there?
Somebody wants to be like the guy on the outside playing the freaking drums with the paint cans.
Darn it, Dean.
Paint buckets.
Okay.
Darn it,
Yeah,
Dean.
the-
Control your demons.
What?
and they always have to do the same. There's the same fucking like beat, like yeah. And then in the subway, what they do is they bang metal on the trash can, so it kind of sounds like this, something like that.
But yeah,
TSS is starting his own garage band.
Yeah, except I don't have a Mac because it sucks. But,
I'm just kidding.
Got him. Got him.
Nah, but I was gonna say just massive shout outs to the artists for making this Ruby artwork. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys also check their Tumblr, IG accounts, all that stuff as well. I'll update the information in the description down below so you guys can go check it out for yourself. But the Artist Alley this year, if you were a sucker for keychains or that kind of stuff or posters, you got it here this year, because this year was phenomenal. Like, some of the posters that were there were great. Like, one of my favorites, and I mentioned this on Twitter as well. I'm saying, like, listen, we need to get some Bowsette images on AnimeNYC. And lo and behold, it was filled to the brim with Bowsette here, left and right, Boozette, even cosplays of them as well, which was insane.
The cosplays of them are
Yeah, I
really
saw
good.
tons of cosplays. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My favorite one of my favorites was the guy that was dressed up as the Dragon Sword.
The Dragon Sword, really?
Yes. There was a guy that made like a half costume where the whole front was a dragon sword and he was like controlling it.
Oh,
Kind of
I
like a
think I know which
minotaur
one
kind of.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I like that. I like
that.
that one.
I like the guy who was dressed up as Bumblebee.
Yeah, that was
Bumblebee.
He was
Bumblebee.
crazy. Like he wasn't like those standard typical like just wear a suit and that's it. No, like this man went above and beyond to like
He wore
legit
stilts.
grow
I mean-
an extra feet high. You know,
Well,
wear this
I mean
Bumblebee suit.
I mean specifically in the
fun
back it said extreme
Fun fact.
cosplayers.
Yep.
So
Fun fact,
Yeah.
that was actually me inside, but I just decided to.
You didn't want to
Yeah,
say
I-
that to us.
Yeah, I
Evie
drove.
was
I
there the whole time.
drove myself. Yeah, I drove myself by transforming into a car and drove from here to California without. So
yeah, except you didn't except you weren't like that little Chinese boy who drank all the gasoline and lost all the brain cells.
Oh my god.
That's a true story. Listen, I didn't do that to be condescending specifically, but that's a true story.
Oh, really?
Don't be like that kid,
Okay.
unfortunately. Thank you.
Do you guys remember the Best Wishes Ash cosplay with the paper
Oh,
mache?
God.
head?
Oh, I
God, that
wish I did get it though. I didn't get the picture of it, but
Oh, with the giant head. Yeah.
also
The
speaking of
giant
which,
head.
best wishes, best series, of course, as always. But that was hilarious. I was like,
Yeah, no. The fact that I had to that yelled at the guy "Best wishes, future self." I was like, I had to do that.
I think there might be some people in this chat that might know what we're referring to with that. We're not
Yeah,
going to
of
say
course.
anything else, but just we hope you get the
Well,
reference.
Just
You
keep
know,
it to yourselves.
somebody's sweeping the Emerald Bar, right? Right.
So
Also watch Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a good movie.
speaking about that, you know, given that it's based on singing,
Movies.
Well,
Movies.
also that too. Singing is also a big part of it, and guess what the hell we did during that one day?
Guess what I missed out on?
I mean, in a way, DJ, you
did
probably
karaoke.
saved yourself with that one, because Jesus Christ, the butcher that
God.
me and Tyrone did for Mrs. and Pokemon Master was ridiculous.
That was a masterpiece. I don't know what you're talking about.
The worst
No,
part is
I
friggin'
had
There
to
is
I
a
had to
beautiful
help because I was
face.
the only one who actually could read the lyrics.
No, TSS and I only. Well, I know the chorus, but nothing else. I knew some of
Wait,
it.
are you guys talking about the character?
Yeah.
I didn't need no damn lyrics. I made lyrics.
He
See,
made
see.
the bars.
Where we're going,
This
we
guy
don't
was born in
need
Japan.
lyrics.
He knows.
Right. Where we're singing, we don't need lyrics.
Yeah, and Tyrone came up with one of the most obscure things I've ever heard in my entire life from Mrs. and Pokemon Master, the remix of his version.
I'm just disappointed y'all won't be able to download the MP3 on SoundCloud.
You say that, but you kind of forgot that someone you know filmed everything.
I have.
Oh,
I have.
Why have we
Oh,
not
yeah.
seen
I
this
have a
anywhere
card.
yet?
I have a
don't know,
card
dude.
here that says 128 gigabytes on it. That says that you're wrong.
So yeah, I'm saying TSS, you're gonna have to split it into like multiple.
Holy
Well,
shit, we
yeah.
created our own mixtape cover album.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
The
yeah. You could also
mixtape was
hear my
finally
voice give out. That's beautiful.
Orion sort of saying you should have done that Summerly Slope from Best Wishes. We tried
They
looking
didn't have
for
it.
that.
They didn't have it.
But
I
we
would've
did find a good
thought.
replacement,
Bad.
though. We
We
did
found
Gao
a dance
Gao.
adventure.
I monster. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
What else did we do? We did Spurt.
We did
Oh, baby
Ready Go,
monster.
I think it was.
Ready go,
We did
Spurt.
do Ready Go.
My
We
favorite
did
one was
Spurt, Ready Go. Advanced Adventures.
no, the
Oh.
movie one for Jirachi. That was also good.
Okay. Red Dragon,
Just
Emperor Ash.
talking.
I did sing like 3 or 4 songs actually decently enough. The other ones, it was like my breath. I was like the air was not working. I mean the voice was not clicking. I had to because the biggest problem is since these people around me didn't know like lyrics to most of the songs, I had to
These people,
Sing
god damn it.
these wonderful, these absolutely
plebeians.
wonderful people around me.
Oh, look, I got the image of the one we were at over at
TSS
the
is just slowly looking down like
at the
untalented
karaoke thing.
motherfucker.
Let me go put that here real quick.
No, I mean, I'm average. I'm not good. I'm not bad.
Perfect. All right. There we
I'm
go.
average. Futsu.
I have to say,
Go on.
sorry.
Go ahead. No,
I
go
have
ahead,
to say,
Polly.
Tyrone, I think our duet for Ready Go was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was legit.
Oh, but Tyrone, your girlfriend, when she sang that one song, what was it called again? The fucking Crocodile Rock, was it?
No, she sang "Let's Go Crazy," and she was actually so good. I forgot.
Oh, was it
Yeah,
Let's Go
she did
Crazy?
do really good. It was Let's Go Crazy.
Okay, that's the one I think I must have been
I
referring to.
sang. Oh God, I sang "Crocodile Rock" with TSS.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So the one that your girlfriend did, Tyrone, was absolutely hilarious. I especially
That Prince
I
song,
love
the
the
Prince
beginning
song,
part
yeah.
of the song. It was so fucking hilarious when they were having like the wedding thing go on, and she just spoke it like
And
casually.
she's like singing. She's saying the lyrics part.
Which one is me? It's me.
Yeah.
Ooh. You figured out.
Yeah. There you go.
Head explodes from confusion.
Where's Waldo's sequel? Where's TSS at?
Where's Carmen San Diego?
Where am I in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
picture? The answer is Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Oh man. Ooh,
Where
you
am
were
I
there
in
with
this
us,
picture?
man.
Where am I in this picture? I'm right there, of course.
Actually, no. I was in
Fucking
Louisville
answers,
at this
bro.
point. I was gone from Cincinnati.
You could have just said you were the one who took the photo.
I was the cameraman from far away.
You didn't even follow.
Well, those must be some damn good. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Cincinnati.
Which one is Tyrone? Well, I'm the girl, obviously.
Oh,
No,
man.
get the fuck
I love how
The
Gold
fuck?
Miner's response where it's like,
You just like completely disowned yourself. Like, what the fuck is wrong with? Well, then again, no, it's Tyrone. So I am.
Jesus.
I mean, the guy that shoved his own walkthroughs.
Yeah, Tyrone, you don't look anything like I did in A, actually.
yeah, really.
Right.
Although Tyrone did find one of the greatest Dene plushies ever.
Yes, I found Bonnie's Day Dene, the one in the bag.
I saved everyone on
nice.
AA.
Yeah,
Advanced
well,
yeah.
it's funny because Natalie said she knows Battle Frontier by heart, but I don't think we did.
No, we
they
didn't do
didn't
we
have
didn't do
have it.
BF. And actually, if I had to do BF, I probably would have no voice today.
Da-na-na.
Yeah.
We did X, Y, Z, which was great.
Hikaru,
Especially with you
Daichi,
guys.
Tachi,
I feel like that's it.
Sora,
You guys are
Right.
like the XY
Batoru,
squad.
Yeah.
Hey guys, look at the chat.
What? Nice TSS and Cage are swagging the glasses. SMH Tyrone's a mess. Tyrone is a girl confirmed. All right. Well.
No, KG, guess who made that one? The Tyrone is a mess.
Hold on. Let me see. Where?
It's Christina.
Everyone
Oh!
is almost here.
It's
Almost.
Christina.
Almost everyone.
Almost.
Yeah, everyone is almost here. But we got
Yes.
everyone on the second day, thankfully, and even
Yeah,
more
that
too.
was good.
The second day was great because what we did,
I
guys, and this is the most.
I like
ridiculous-
how Red Dragon is just looking at like to the left.
Yeah, it's just like
To the left, to the left. Everybody who doesn't care, stare to the left.
What did I get myself into?
That's
Yes.
okay.
Right.
Just kidding, dude.
No, it was great hanging out with you, man. Those days.
Listen. You know the best things in life are always unexpected.
Yeah. Oh, look, you can actually. I updated the picture on the stream, and I think you can get a better shot of Tyrone's Dene bag in the background.
Wait, you
It's
did?
like behind the
Yeah.
Pachirisu. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about this. This
Oh my God, it's
creation.
Sean.
Oh shit,
Hi,
John.
Hi, am I too late?
Yes, it's over. We're
Yeah.
done.
Everybody.
Just in time.
No. Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Okay, so I just clutched out some math homework that was due at 11 at 10:59 p.m. so I could come in here real quick. So, hi, how's everybody doing today? It's
Good.
me. You haven't seen me in a while.
It's
I
not
know,
morning.
right?
Get out of here.
How's your uploads coming along,
It's
buddy?
not morning.
They're not. I gotta work on that.
It's former PokeTuber / Smash Tuber JPR.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the old guy here now.
The old man. I'm the fucking old man here, my friend.
That's right. That's right. So, how's everybody doing? It's been a hot minute.
Oh man,
We're doing
no,
hot.
it has been a while.
It's gonna be
What do you
fucking
mean?
20. What? It's gonna be fucking 26 degrees, like 28 degrees on Thursday. Freaking
That's
Thanksgiving.
hot for a typical New Yorker, man. But yeah, it's great to finally hear from you again, John. Hopefully everything's been all good with you.
Yeah, great to hear from you guys. I hope you all had fun at the anime convention and whatnot. I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but that's college. So
No, you just have to get the fishing rope, and you have to make it about 500 miles long.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Somebody said 7 people in the call. Let me just check here.
No.
there's
1, 2,
9.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's close. There's
9
people in here.
Yeah, to just clarify who the folks are here, it's Evie, Dane, DJ, John, me, Polly, Richie, TSS, and Tyrone. So those are the folks that's here right now.
Everybody's here.
Everyone's here in the call. Oh, man.
We keep saying that, and then more people come in.
Okay, everyone is starting to get here. I guess.
Guys meet Etika. No. Or is that like middle-aged guys has Etika? Etika. Give money to Etika.
Yeah.
Give money to Etika.
No, I don't even think he even showed up there from what I've
He
seen.
was at Nintendo New York during the Pokemon Let's Go launch or something.
Yeah.
That means he couldn't. The thing is though, I think he would have been within walking distance. I got stuck.
There's a reaction video to him reacting to himself being at the Nintendo.
Oh jeez.
This is some kind of meta shit going on right here.
Yeah, right. It's some reactionception.
Yeah. So. Oh, is there a Serena in there? I don't think there was a Serena.
I don't see any garbage cans here.
No.
No sereno.
Actually, it's in the back if you take a look in the photo. So.
Damn.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like finding where TSS is now as a sequel or Serena. But speaking of which, for the characters, we did find a lot of cool anime-related stuff. I forgot who it was that managed to find all those best wishes, like figurine keychains. Because I know, Polly, you brought a lot of those other ones, and those are not the ones I'm referring to. I forgot who it was that brought like all the female companions.
Oh wait, you mean like the ones that kind of like hang, they're like tiny, very tiny?
Yeah, those.
Those actually, Daniel, you would know because you were one of. Didn't somebody do an order for them on Tumblr? I can't remember the person. But now they sell them everywhere. I've seen them again, like at
you see them at cons a lot, and this one had all 5 of them. Which
the guy, he gave me a really good deal because I've always wanted to buy all of them together because I can't really choose. I don't really have a main favorite Pokegirl. It's always been a switch between Misty and Dawn. So I decided to buy all of them.
You're right, it is Misty.
As soon as you said Dawn, I was like,
uh-oh. I think you said
the meat grind. No, I'm just kidding.
Dawn is great.
Yes, she is. Tyrone, your opinion is wrong.
Now take this picture of this Salt Takashi that freaking Misaki Wane made. I still can't believe that's a thing. The salty Takashi. You guys seen that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Salt Bay.
Salt Bay.
Anyway, you can continue on, Polly.
Oh, what was I saying?
Something about the figure.
You don't have a favorite female traveling companion, yeah?
Well, Burgundy's my favorite girl. She's just not a companion. And the ones in the picture right here are actually from artists that I've been following for a long time because a few friends and I, we have one friend, Daniel and I, that's she loves Silent. She's obsessed with Silent. So she's always looking for merch of him. So I've been following this artist for a long time, and I saw that she was making these keychains, and she brought them to a con in Tokyo to sell. So I actually wound up messaging her and asked if she'd be considering. Sorry, my voice is like really gone.
Oh no.
She'd be considering making them and selling them overseas, and she did, and I wound up buying them for a lot of friends, kind of like with who I knew liked what. Like I have another friend who likes Stefan. One guy, he likes Stefan and Bianca. A lot of people ordered Ash and Iris, and personally for me, I ordered Silent and Burgundy, and they're very happy together.
So happy together.
Stefan.
Okay, he stole that from Butch. Butch was the first Who had
That's
that joke?
true.
Butch is funnier.
Was Stefan a dub only thing, or did that happen in the Japanese?
No, it
version?
happened. No. It happened in Japanese because his name is Kenyan. Kenyan.
Okay.
But Satoshi kept calling him Kenyan instead of Kenyan.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's
Leviosa.
not. I don't think that's as bad.
Well, I'll type a difference because it's supposed to be.
I get the
It's
feeling
that
there's supposed to be like
versus-
some kind of joke in there that I'm not getting.
Yeah, because Kenyan versus Kenyan.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wrong.
that's-
Yeah, wrong. Yeah.
It was the same with Butch too, where it's like in the English. I think they had a bunch.
That yeah
Kosanji.
kept getting Ken calling botch and the other and
They could've gone
in
really bad with
Japanese it's
Kosanji.
Kosanji is the
wrong.
Kosanji is the fake one. It's
Leviosa, not
it's-
Leviosa.
the real name is Kosaburo, and it's
Funny enough-
Kosanji, which Kosanji means like old man. So
Actually, it's funny. Well, yeah, Eric Stewart came up here a few months ago to do a concert, and I decided to go because I don't know, he was in the area. So I actually wound up asking him if he could do a Butch line, but I feel like I betrayed myself because he actually always is Misty's Polyworld, and I didn't ask him to do Polyworld just because I felt like it'd be really weird if I in front of his bandmates. So we got Butch, but it was great. And I think TSS, you were at that too.
Yeah,
right?
TSS
Yeah,
was there before you two had met. which is
that's
funny.
right. Yeah, because I've gone to like 4 of his concerts already. Because here's the thing, when he plays the bitter end, it's really cool because it's really inexpensive. It's like $10 cover, and you just have to buy like 2 drinks. I just buy 2 Cokes for like $6, and that's it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like its cheapest form of entertainment, but it's really good music, and that's, and plus it's like I said, it's nice when Eric knows me by name, and also Stuart knows me by name too now, Stuart Zagnant. So that's cool. I love people.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel that knowing them on a personal level is better than just getting starstruck, in my opinion. I don't ask for much. It's like, hey, can you sign this? Great. Hey, let's go out for dinner sometime. Whatever. Let's meet again. That's it.
Yeah.
I consider that to be the best part, I think.
Dean, since you were in AnimeNYC, will you go and talk about the Pokemon thing that happened during the AnimeNYC Fairy Tale panel? Because that's what someone asked.
I don't remember.
Oh wow, Dane is here.
Yeah, I am. Oh,
Been a long time.
oh, John, you're here. I had no idea.
Dang man,
Dean,
it's been like 2 years since the last time you were on a call.
I think it is. We talked the other day, but it was through like trying to trade on Let's Go, and that's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
by the
that
way.
was basically it.
Welcome back to
God.
2016.
Guys, if you
Hey,
haven't
Pokemon
tried,
Tribute back in 2016.
if you guys haven't tried trading on Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, don't do it.
I haven't even played the
absolutely
game.
terrible.
I'll talk about that in a minute, though.
Basically, you can't choose a friend or anything. There's no friends list or
Oh
anything.
yeah, God, Dane and I tried, and
Yeah.
it's awful. It makes me want Festival Blossom back.
Yeah, it is. All you do is there's a list of like 8 different Pokemon, and you and your friend are supposed to choose 3 of the same one in order to match up with each other. Now
it's
the
like-
problem is some other people could choose that combination too.
Yes.
And you can get with them instead. So there's no way for you both to get together
It's
unless
like the raid battle process from Pokemon Go, where like if you want to do a private group with your friends, you have to put in like a code of 3 Pokemon. So you do that, but like it's a 3-digit code or 3 Pokemon code, whatever, and you can easily get mixed up with anybody else. It does not prioritize your friends.
Right.
So
Like
it's
we-
pretty bad.
Maybe,
like, okay,
maybe they'll
choose
fix.
3
Maybe they'll fix that.
John's like,
well,
okay,
the thing
choose
is,
3
unlike
Pikachus.
Niantic, where they take 6.5 years to fix things, I'm pretty sure Game Freak will only take a couple of months.
The day we get the Battle Frontier and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire will be the day we get that fixed.
Well, the problem with that was they didn't have an engine that can be patchable from SD card. So
Pour one
least
out
they can
for the
add
boys.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if that's in Gen 8, then Gen 8 is ruined. Honestly, it won't
No,
be. I'm sure.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they'll fuck up that badly. So.
Yeah. I feel
This
like
was-
Let's Go's trying.
This game is not really made. I mean, it's made for trade. I mean, you could trade with friends and such, but I think it's more for like the wireless, like close to you kind of people. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to like the Let's Go itself, the game. You know.
Yeah, like if it's like
basically.
somebody next to you, I think it'll work just fine because you know you could just choose whatever combination because it's not like anybody's gonna be next to you, doing that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could happen, I guess, but it won't be really. It's just the online. If you want to trade like with me and John, for instance, we both. He's like, okay, choose 3 Pikachu's, and then I did. I ended up with some guy named Aqua, and I was like, what the hell is this?
The most,
Aqua? What the
generic
fuck?
password possible.
And I was like, I almost did, and I was like, John, did you name your character
Like,
Aqua?
no,
He's like,
that's
no.
not me.
It's Team Aqua.
I was like, oh shit,
Infiltrate
cancel,
the game.
cancel.
God
Yeah,
damn! So this is gonna be some like intense
Well,
trading
Wait,
bullshit.
so wait a minute. So wait a minute. So we have like what, like a few million copies floating around at this point, a couple million copies, and then you only have a three-digit code. And,
Yeah.
you know,
That is exactly right. You only have
It's-
8 options.
Yeah, there's 8 Pokemon, and there's 3. You have to choose 3 Pokemon, like 3 Pikachu's or 3 Eevees, or like a Pikachu Eevee and a Diglett or whatever.
Or like Bulbasaur, Pidgey, Rattata, something like that.
Yeah,
they got to increase the combination. And
Either that or
At
add a
least
friggin'
add
friend
one
zone
more.
or something. I don't know. Do something else. It's bad. It's so bad.
Oh.
It reminds me of
yeah.
like the
I remember that
Mega
now.
Man days.
I've heard the online battles aren't much better, but I haven't tried that yet.
Oh, dude, people already broke the shit with that thing.
I hear it's because your partner Pokemon is ridiculously
Oh,
overpowered.
your,
so you just-
your partner Pokemon is so broken. I boxed him in the first round. I was playing Let's Go Rattata after that. Like,
yeah.
God.
Let's
yeah,
go.
but come on, you got to like.
It was
gotta-
obvious in the very beginning. The EXP, it's like
But you want to play with great moves such as Sizzly Slide and Batty Bad.
Those moves are the
they're
most broken moves.
They're actually
So
broken.
check this out. Yeah,
That's the funniest part.
Zippy Zap
is
or whatever.
freaking crazy.
Never misses. Does critical hits.
It's
all the
basically
time.
Thunder Punch with priority. Like,
Yeah.
it's so
Basically.
good.
Sizzly Sazzle or whatever the fuck it's called.
Well, that's why
It's
this
digital
game
assassin.
that's why this game is not meta.
Yeah. It's
I hope,
100%.
I hope to God that we get Play Rough Growlithe in Gen 8. I hope that carries over from Let's Go, because I have been praying for that forever. Oh my God, Play
I
Rough.
love
It
Playrough.
needs to stay. It needs to stay.
Zippy
Yep.
Zap. There you go.
Yep.
I think the idea too is that only that Pikachu and only that Eevee can learn that move.
I can't.
So
Yeah, so
I
I doubt those moves are going to be able to transfer over.
No.
Yeah, but so I'll excuse it for that because I guess the idea is that only those Pokemon can use those moves.
But every
so
other
it sort of
Pokemon
translates
whose
well.
move
It's like a
they
signature
buffed.
move.
Yeah, every other Pokemon whose move pool they buffed, like Growlithe or like I'm trying to think of something else. I think Wartortle gets like Outrage now or something like that.
What
I
the
hope
hell?
I hope that those improvements actually like stay in Gen 8. But man, for all these other moves like Zippy Zap, Batty Bad, leave them behind. Leave them in 2018.
They're all 90 power too. Like you
Yeah.
get that at like level like 5 or 6 or whatever. you know,
Really,
it's like-
Zippy Zap or whatever it was. I thought it was like 50, but it always critical hits.
Yeah, like on the Eevee, you get a fire,
Eevee- Eevee
electric,
is much
and a
more
water
broken.
move all all at once. You get all those move all at once. The water one heals you. I forget for how much you deal, but it
What
does
in
that.
the world?
Yeah, the
Sappy-
fire
all
one.
right, Samurott just said here in the chat, Sappy Seed is you do damage and then you have a Leech Seed effect afterward. That's freaking broken.
What the hell?
That's so broken.
Busted.
How do you get that one? I didn't get that one.
Oh my God.
You just gotta sap some seeds to get sappy seeds.
Yeah, and then the fire one always burns. The electric one always paralyzes, and the water one heals you.
And they're base 90. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh,
It's like I didn't want to use them because I'm like, this is too.
It's
easy.
actually stupid. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. Let's
I
Oh, is this like the new Pokken for you, John?
Oh my God.
I
It's
didn't-
not
I
as
didn't
broken as Pokken,
teach-
but it's pretty freaking broken.
I mean, if you don't use them, it's fun. The game
Yeah,
is
I
fun.
would say yeah. I didn't
But-
teach my Eevee any of the moves at all.
I can't
If
wait
you
to
don't
do
use
that.
your starter, the game can present a few
It
decent
does.
challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, Misty's surprisingly tough.
Yeah,
Yes.
she is. I was not ready for like the Psyduck with Psybeam at the beginning because like I just sent out my Bulbasaur thinking, oh hey, Bulbasaur's got this grass type. I did not think, sir. First of all, I did not think she was gonna have Psyduck, and then
Mhm.
second of all, I didn't think it was gonna have a freaking Psybeam. I didn't think I was gonna die.
I think it had
Psybeam?
confusion. No, I think
Confusion.
Yeah, Psyduck has Confusion. Starmie has Psybeam.
Yeah, and then Starmie also has Scald now, which is crazy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Lieutenant Surge spams Thunderbolt, like it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And you got to remember, Starmie is part Psychic, so that Psybeam is getting stab, like it's doing same type of attack bonus damage. So yeah, don't just go in thinking you can just use Bulbasaur to win the day.
Now, if you're using your Pikachu, then yeah, it's a free win. But other than that, like man, the battles can be intense.
So the Eevee can learn those 3 or 4 moves. Can Pikachu only learn the electric one? Or
Pikachu gets 4 new moves.
Oh, he does.
I think,
okay,
one of them is the flying one. I think.
Yes. So he gets different type moves then. Okay.
Pikachu gets a Swishy Splash.
Yeah, Pikachu's like surf thing actually paralyzes, which is weird,
oh my
god.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, man! This game sounds so much fun.
And
I love chaos.
I think one of the things is the idea is that the only real way to get experience points from battling is obviously to battle the trainer. So I guess the only other way is to catch Pokemon. So yeah,
you get so little EXP for trainer battles. You may as well catch Pokemon.
Yeah, catching Pokemon, they encourage you to do it. That's why you get so much from it.
Right. So that's why the idea, I guess, is that the trainers are so hard because if you just fight the trainers, then yeah, you're gonna have a hard time.
But I will say this. Thank God for that fucking Pokemon box, because now we don't have to fucking go to the center to switch Pokemon out of the party anymore.
Oh, yeah, does that feel, guys?
That's really convenient.
I do like that.
It's cool, but doesn't really make
it broken because it doesn't heal your Pokemon anymore.
Yeah, at first I thought it was weird.
I don't know. The only issue I might have, I don't know if this is a thing yet or not, but if you're able to use that during the Elite Four, that's not okay. They should close that off.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah,
I feel like it doesn't.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't made it that part of the game yet. So I'm just gonna tell you.
I'm almost to the 4th gym. I just got.
If that's a thing, then it's broken. Then it's broken. You're just gonna fool your Pokemon.
Yeah, that's just broken. Fuck.
But the thing about the Pokemon box, does it really actually make sense within the game, though? I don't think it really does. I mean, from a story standpoint, like it's just the things. It doesn't. It's just like I
gotta ask, for anybody who has beaten Lieutenant Surge, do you believe the theory that this is the same protagonist from Sun and Moon?
I think it could be anybody, really.
I didn't realize it until I saw that. I was like, wow, they actually look exactly the same.
So how does that explain Red and Blue?
Well, I guess the idea is that
weird timeline.
No, because the Red and Blue are older in Sun and Moon as well. They're right now you're seeing them in their kid forms. They just got done being the champions, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they said that they both became champions like in dialogue, like before the game
recently,
started.
Right.
But it doesn't line up because Giovanni's still there. Like the timeline's so messed up.
I think it's just a Easter egg or something. I
think this game only occurs 1 year before Sun and Moon, because like you're still like a 10-year-old, but then he becomes an 11-year-old and he moves to Alola afterward. So
it's the same Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Where'd they go then? Did I just happen to just casually leave them at Professor Oak's lab, never to bring any of them with me?
You did an Ash. I mean,
I'm waiting for Pikachu to die. I'm like, where's
Ash? I don't feel so good.
They all got turned into candy.
Yeah, and that's why he comes to Alola with no Pokemon.
Right.
The other thing is, I do appreciate the visual of this game. I do like how beautiful.
It's very nice. Beautiful. I like how vibrant everything looks.
Well, also like the dynamic lighting that. When you're like Viridian Forest or under trees, you got like dynamic lighting effects, and that's beautiful.
I love the interaction.
The Pokemon models don't look as washed out as they do in Gen 6 and 7. Like they actually look very bright.
Well, then again, that's what happens. That's what happens when you bump your base resolution by like twice.
Triple, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be so hard to go back and play those games.
It was hard enough to just go back to X and Y to begin with. Now it's gonna be even worse.
Nobody goes back to X and Y.
Nobody goes back to X and Y.
Except for one person, but yeah.
I don't know. I have fond memories.
Go on again, Polly.
Wow.
X and Y was the first game I ever completed. Actually, I'm so bad with the games.
What?
Hey, me too.
I think these games are actually harder than X and Y if you don't use the starter.
Yeah,
that's just the hot take of the night.
These games are so easy. If you don't teach your Pokemon any of the moves, or
if you don't use Sizzly Slide or Zippy Zip,
if you don't if you just catch like 6 Pokemon and go throughout the game with those 6, then yes, you're gonna have like a. Then it's gonna be hard.
I have 2 major problems with the game personally. I mean, it's kind of stupid to be a problem, but like when you go from one area to another and the music just stops and the new one just starts, there's no like fading in or out.
That is a weird thing.
It's weird, and also
my biggest complaint with the game is that when an opponent, like when a trainer uses like a potion or a full restore or something, it says you used a full restore. They didn't make a code. They didn't make like a line that says like your rival used a full restore, gym leader used a full restore. It always says you, and that bothers me. So it's just a little thing.
$60 game, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
0
and also,
well,
hey, at least it doesn't have DLC that's going to cost like $75.
It's not even going to have DLC to begin with. The DLC was the Pokeball.
And also, one other thing was the blank stare from your character is still there.
That's why they're the same protagonist.
It is. It's still there.
Confirms it.
They have these animated cutscenes that are actually really nice, but then you go back to your regular.
The cutscenes are gorgeous.
But at least, thank God, Game Freak decided to freaking put an option where you can actually skip the damn things.
No. It's very few though. There's like 4 I've seen so far.
Right, but now Game Freak is giving us an option just in case we don't want to go through those cutscenes.
Yeah, if you're going to replay the game again.
They're like 5 seconds long or something usually.
5 seconds is enough for a speedrun change, man.
I think the funniest cutscene is when the SSN is leaving the port and it starts playing the surf theme, but the surf theme lasts all of like 2 seconds before the cutscene ends.
Yeah.
I believe that the rival's shock face is probably like the one of the creepiest shock faces I've seen.
You know what? Why does the rival have more expressions than yourself? It's
like
it's pretty funny.
When the rival is telling you about the whole like how Bill turned himself into a Pokemon situation.
Yeah, he's interested in everything and looking around.
Yeah, when he's shocked, his eyes are like super like they turn into circles. Like the black part is. Yes, I agree, Evie. But yeah, his eyes are like,
yeah, boy.
He's got the super shocked face, and his pupils are like really small for some reason in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like they're very expression based, and I really like the interaction the Pokemon have with the environment. Like I know if you walk into some grass, and the Pokemon come out of the grass, won't restrict themselves to just the grass. Like I know a Rattata popped out of the grass and it ran into the bushes as if like a real rat would do.
I do really like the new way the Pokemon show up in the overworld. They need to keep that in Gen 8.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to.
Yeah. That's pretty nice.
That's nice.
And I feel like what they should do for Gen 8, since the motion controls are kind of unreliable and people don't like them, I would say bring back the traditional way of catching Pokemon, but then have the motion controls as like an option if you might get like extra EXP or something like that.
Right. Yeah, that would be good.
Well, then again, though, if you look at the capture, the way that the capture experience is, all the experience is calculated, it's all about if you timed it right. Or if you got the first capture right or something like that. They could probably keep the multiplier.
Yeah,
but make a higher multiplier to use the motion control.
By the way, I gotta preach the holy gospel here. Catching in handheld mode is the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't tried.
You literally just put the switch at the Pokemon, press A, and the ball goes straight every time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh damn!
Yes. Catch in handheld mode, people. I swear it's better.
Wait, you can press a button to throw it?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
I play the game when I go to work, and I play it in handheld mode, and yeah, it's perfect every time.
Handheld mode is the truth.
But don't you have to move around the Switch still to like do the gyros?
Yeah, you have to.
If you hold the Switch still, it's gonna hit him every time.
Yeah, but here is one thing I will note because I was on the bus when I do it. Since they're using the Switch's gyro, like it has the little gyroscope thing on the Switch as well. When the bus is like rumbling against like
if you're like a moving thing, then it's gonna be awful.
Make sure your local transit system maintains their shock absorbers on the bus.
Yeah, put some double wrap around that Switch.
Don't ride on an 18-year-old fucking RTS that needs the shocks that fucking rumble like 60 times a second.
Yeah, because if you're on the bus, the Pokemon you're trying to catch is going through an earthquake now. Like it's just so shaky.
It's like
No wonder why they ran away from you, man. Also,
Right.
somebody
we talk about
actually
how
had a
it's
cool
possible
theory.
to find
and then
shiny
you're gonna have the
Dragonite.
RTS roof urination if they didn't
Oh, God
seal the
damn
thing right. You know.
Can we
Would you-
talk about how it's possible to find like shiny Dragonite and shiny Charizard in like every single
Oh,
route
freaking
in
Joe!
the sky?
Cerebi Joe has been like the best
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah,
You know,
I
This is
saw
my
it. I was like,
fifth
he got
shiny
shiny
today.
Dragonite right after the first one ran away. I
Well,
was like, wow.
I saw-
And I think you
I
can catch extra legends too. Like you can find
Yeah,
gold
you can
cards
actually
again.
catch extra from what I hear.
The sky is broken, guys. The sky is broken.
But I was also gonna say somebody actually had a pretty hilarious theory that I want to just read up because, given the whole theory behind the fact that
for the folks
Huh?
in the New York City area that want to kill time and also to get a special thing, starting tomorrow at 11:20 at 9 a.m., the first 100 fans and embark an adventure to Nintendo New York City and take a photo with our new Link statue will receive a limited edition poster while supplies last.
yeah, I'm not gonna be any of that 100.
I am not either. I gotta work.
Yeah, I got work, so I can't do that shit. Oh well.
I
But
got important shit to do.
the little theory, Orient Sword. Here we go. Brought this up earlier ago because everybody was talking about how the Sun and Moon protagonist is kind of like the Let's Go protagonist. They're just saying that this is gonna be our little KG's Sun protagonist origin story right here, and it kind of makes sense
man.
now with the
this is
massacre.
how
I
KG
can't
becomes the mass
massacre in
murderer
this
of Alola.
game. I can't massacre. What am I supposed to do?
You just enslave everything in Kanto.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
do,
gonna.
you do like
Yeah,
a
pretty
chain
much.
catch of like 150 or something.
I'm just gonna
Pretty much.
keep them all in this little tiny ass box, and I'm never gonna use them at all whatsoever.
So,
Yeah.
what were you guys' reaction when you rode your first ride Pokemon? Like,
I
how
don't
was
know.
that?
I never played it.
I haven't rode one yet.
I have
Oh,
not
first
rode
one-
one yet. I thought I could just evolve the Pokemon. Like I evolved Gyarados from like the magic card
Mhm.
that the guy sells you, and I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And it was like, "You can't ride this Pokemon until you learn the special technique or whatever." So I was like, "Crap!" So I haven't read anything yet.
Mine was Onyx because Onyx is in Mount Moon for some reason.
He is. I missed that.
Yes. Yeah, Onyx
Oh,
is
yeah, I
in
got
Mount
him.
Moon. And
Dang.
when I caught Onyx, I just thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. The trailer showed the guy riding on Onyx.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, and when you let the Pokemon out of its Pokeball, I just wanted to see what Onyx looked like behind me because I thought it was going to be rolling behind me like all of my other Pokemon do when you let them out of the Pokeball. No, I let him out of the Pokeball, and the minute I start walking, bam, I'm on Onyx now. Like, Onyx
Do you
is
actually
taking
go any
over.
faster?
Yes, you go slightly faster than you would be normally walking.
Okay.
The weird part though is that the game needs to recognize where Onyx can and can't fit. So if
Oh my
Onyx is in an area
God.
where no, so when Onyx is in an area where he can't fit, it just shrinks back down to your trainer's walking animation.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
Yeah,
so
I
it
think
automatically
my
adjusts to fit.
My
And it-
favorite
it
running
happens.
animation so far is Alolan Graveler because he just spins.
Are you sure it's not Mr. Mime
And
who
then
just
whenever you
casually
go
does
into
the
like a
JoJo
neighbor's
walk?
spot, he has to go to his Pokeball.
Yeah, and it happens really fast too. It's not like a wasted moment. It's the minute okay, I'm out of the small space. I'm back on Onyx again.
Have you guys actually ran into an Onyx on the field and it like literally scares the shit out of you because it like pops out of nowhere
The
as soon as
size, yeah, the size comparison is crazy.
like you like load into a screen, all of a sudden Onyx just pops up right in front of you with this loud noise. It scared the living shit out of me. Oh my god!
Yeah.
There's a video out there that I actually was watching. It was great.
And Clefairy's is funny because it looks like she's always constantly trying to catch up to you. Like she just can't keep up.
I heard
just
also
kept Pikachu
Clefables
out,
can be
you know?
found there too. And I saw a video of somebody reacting to a Clefable being found and how humongous that thing is compared to your size.
There's some like the giant Pokemon, like I think it was Golbat. Was it Golbat? Maybe Golbats are gigantic on the field. Like holy shit! I didn't realize how big those Pokemon actually were.
Like the Pokemon size comparisons and are really good. Like I'm glad they finally did that. Now Pokemon don't awkwardly look.
Yeah,
worry,
like a
it'll revert
Cubone, you
back
can
to
barely
when
even
we
see
get
it
to
on the
Gen 8.
screen. It's hilarious. I'm like, what is that? Is that a Pokemon? Or is that a rock? I don't know.
I got a rock.
I just got a casual rock. All right, so let me just make sure real quick. Hold on.
So I guess with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, we're officially en route to Gen 8, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yes, Gen 8 is right around the corner, as in like around the corner 1 year from now. So we
I
still
mean,
have
like I
quite
said,
a way.
if this is how they're gonna approach 3D Pokemon, though, I really like it. I feel like if we have
like
that
it
1
too.
year,
I actually
Yeah.
might. I don't think they will. I think it's going to be completely different, honestly.
why you
I-
think that, Dean?
I don't think it's going to change a lot of things in terms of the way it looks. I don't think it's going to be top down like this anymore. I feel like
to
I don't know.
back
I,
to-
First person Pokemon.
no. I think
back to
Shooter.
I wouldn't say. I don't want to say Breath of the Wild because it won't be like. I want to
about,
like
like, Dragon
that
Quest?
view. Like that view of Breath of the Wild, not like the way it plays or anything.
Oh,
but
like
just
the
view
cameras
of it.
behind you.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like that. I think that should be the next step, personally.
You
but-
know, we should just go
Or
Xenoblade
just
with
camera
this one.
control in general would be nice.
Yeah, like that exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Not like
man.
a top down thing. I think we should, evolve from that. But
Yeah.
since
Nah,
we're on
but-
a Switch, it's
Yeah.
much more powerful.
Personally,
man,
I feel like they took a lot of good steps forward with this Pokemon. Obviously, the wild battle thing is a big issue for me, but I'm sure they're not going to put it in the mainstream game. They're just doing that to promote the mobile game. So
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it
I'm,
makes sense.
I'm just happy to say this game was a lot more fun than I expected it to
Yeah,
be.
I agree.
yeah, like
It's a
I
lot better
am
than I thought.
legitimately enjoying myself.
So you're telling me this is one of those games that looks weird like it was weirdly
yeah.
promoted at
I think it's
its
better than
reveal,
Fire Red Leaf Green. I think it's a better remake of Fire Red Leaf Green.
even
Yeah.
without the Sevies.
I
With
think.
with the exception of post game, because Fire Red Leaf Green definitely is better post game.
I have a warm spot in my heart for Fire Red Leaf Green, so I don't know if I'm gonna say it passes it up yet. I guess it just depends on how they handle everything else. Because I know with Fire Red and Leaf Green, I don't know. There's something about Fire Red Leaf Green that I still like overall. But I can see how this game would definitely be a good contender. I think because Fire Red Leaf Green still has the wild battles.
Yeah, I think just
Yeah.
the 3D Kanto is just fun. Even though we've seen Kanto so many fucking times now, it's like
Yeah.
say,
it is
though,
nice.
I will say, I
Yeah.
do really believe that they should stick with this route with the catching mechanic. But the only reason why I say that is just because it's gonna make shiny hunting a lot more easier. Given that you don't have to go through the whole.
I hope they get away from the CP stuff and go back
You
to the
know
old
what?
stuff.
I think what they should do is they should at least buff the shiny rate back up to 8,000, like it was in Gens 1 through 5 or 2
I'm
through
seeing
5.
everybody fighting shiny galores, man.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah,
fine.
why? What the fuck?
I
dude?
mean, if you can see like 12 Pokemon on screen at the same time, then I think that definitely they need to raise the shiny rate back up to what it
The
originally
minute-
was.
The minute I caught 2 Pidgeys and it said "way to go" or it says something, it says like a combo.
Oh yeah, the catch combo.
chain combo or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
The
whatever.
minute I saw that, I was like, "This is a shiny thing, isn't it? This is definitely how shinies are created."
Probably, yeah.
Damn, man, and you did that without like finding that not the lure, but what is that thing that like the shiny charm? I think, and that's like
Mhm.
without
Yeah.
the shiny charm that you're
Yeah,
getting.
without
all
shiny
these-
charm. I think
Right.
with shiny charm and doing the max chain, it's like 1 in 297 or something. Like the odds are super low.
Damn,
Yeah.
man, that's
Or-
incredible.
And then I think you can get even lower than that if you have a lure out.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness!
Do you have to buy the lures or something?
You can
Mm.
find the lures,
You can
but
find
you can
them.
buy them too.
The
Yeah,
berries are the hardest thing
let-
to find in that game, though. So
let me ask this: how did it feel when, like, because the lady said it in Viridian Forest? She was like, "There's Bulbasaur here." How did it feel? Just like the
There is?
idea of catching. Yeah, you can catch Bulbasaur in Viridian
I
Forest.
know that.
Go back to
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, just how does it feel knowing the starters are in the wild?
I
that's-
like it. I like it a lot.
It felt weird
Yeah.
at first, a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
it's cool,
it
but it felt weird.
And did anybody like? I got this for a second. Did anybody get PTSD when walking in the grass for a second?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I was walking in the grass. I was like, oh wait, never mind.
Although I derped around in Viridian Forest for 4 hours chaining for shiny Pikachu,
Damn.
and
Yeah.
I passed up a shiny Weedle to keep my chain going, and then a Pikachu
Nice.
ran and broke the streak. So I went away
Oh,
without
no.
shiny Pikachu and without shiny
Rip.
Weedle.
It's
So
Yeah.
honestly, I think it's refreshing just going in the grass and not being anything. You don't have to run no random battles or anything. You just
Well, this
Why would
sometimes
you
this
want-
does
it's just
happen
nice.
too. Sometimes this does happen. It's not common, but it does happen. You'll be walking and a Pokemon will spawn from the
Yeah.
grass.
yeah, like right in
of
front of
you.
you.
Yeah, and
like
that
that'll
sucks.
happen.
That does suck.
But
Did you
it's
see
not
what
too bad
happened to the
'cause
guy
you
who was like shiny hunting on Streamlabs? They like he found like a shiny Ponyta, and then like a Rattata popped up right in
that
front of
clip is
him,
so-
Like frame
And then-
perfect.
like frame perfect. And then as soon as he ran from the Rattata, the shiny Ponyta was gone.
Oh my
It
god.
was so sad.
But he
It
found
was-
it in the
that
end.
is
Like
sad.
he did an update saying he found another one and he caught.
Oh,
that
he
one.
found another one. Okay,
Okay, good.
That's good.
Nice,
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah, happy endings though.
Mm.
But
Yep.
oh yeah,
Still hate
the
it for him,
Shofu video about the overworld encounter is hilarious, man. Like every time he jumps on a ramp, like that's when the Pokemon start popping up, and in a place that you can't access it yet again unless you go the full loop around. So that was pretty fun to watch.
Right.
Anything else to? Yeah, overall, I'm excited to finally get a chance to play this game when I can tomorrow.
I like it a lot. The only major issue I have with it, like it's to a point where I'm like, I just don't feel like it's the catching mechanic on when you're playing it docked. You know, that's really it because the motion controls are just sometimes.
The motion controls are very iffy with the Joy-Con. I think that the Pokeball Plus is a little more accurate. I've only missed a few shots.
That's what I've
with
been hearing.
those.
Yeah.
Well, then again, though, they
Pokemon
can
Plus
always
is just very.
Then again,
satisfying
though,
in
they
general.
they can always update the firmware in the Joy-Cons.
That's
So-
true. I think you actually have to download a controller update before launching the game.
Really?
Yeah, they have there's an update right now on my Switch. It's like trying to update that.
I do. I'm interested to try out the Pokeball Plus just because it's a unique little gimmick controller. At first,
it's very satisfying. I've gotten most of my
used it,
satisfaction out of using the Pokeball Plus.
Yeah, I used it briefly, and I like it. I like the way it feels. It's not too heavy, but it's
the
not
HD
light.
Rumble is even better than the Joy-Con. Like that. That makes it.
Actually, now thinking about it, I want to do a little mini unboxing about it while we're talking here because I still have this thing sealed up here and I haven't opened it yet.
What I really love about the Pokeball is that the Pokemon, there's a Pokemon inside of it, it does make noise if you shake it, but you can have the option to turn that off. I like that. That way you're not in the middle of work and all of a sudden, Pikachu! You're fired. Fucking, get
Or
the
you
fuck
hear
outta
like,
here.
or you hear like, like you know, like what the fuck is that? Like,
Bow, bow, Tyrone, you're fired. Damn it, Pidgey.
Yeah, there's really no grinding so far.
No,
I
it's-
haven't had
yeah.
a grind at all. Yeah.
Yeah,
myself.
no,
you
actually,
really
no,
just have to-
actually, Tyrone failed at Spiro's cry.
Oh.
Down, damn.
What the fuck?
What the hell was that? All right then. Hold on, guys. Let me
It's
just finish
Burrow.
setting this up, and let me just do some little mini unboxings because I said I wanted to do this at the very end of this
Yay.
stream because I wanted to show off a little bit of the things I collected via the AnimeNYC experience and even into the New York stuff as well, and also see them and talk a little bit about how I even got some of these things, especially one in particular from someone. I don't know if they'll.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, actually, a couple of things. We'll get right into it. But first, let me just go and transition real quick just to make sure everything is all good. And then
Transition.
we shall begin momentarily. Hold on.
This here is
Make-
transition music.
Yes. All right. There we go.
Good evening.
Oh my god. Number
Evening,
10.
everyone.
Number
It's
10.
Terrell.
Everyone is
God,
here.
It's Terrell.
Oh man.
You were in the chat an hour ago. Oh, what
This
is
isn't Pokemon Crystal.
Listen.
What happened to
I work
lurking?
tomorrow, but I said everyone's having a good time. I figured I'd pop by, say hello, hanging out in the chat. You guys are acting like idiots. I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves in New York, by the way.
Thanks.
Yay!
Wait, so I'm actually a big fan. I used to watch your Best Wishes reviews all the time, and this is it's like kind of a weird like crossover.
It's
Yeah,
the best
like
crossover
everyone
ever.
is
That's
here.
the same thing that I said to Terrell.
I didn't think I was.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Like,
It
fuck.
trips me out. I never thought I was this fucking popular.
I
didn't
know.
know.
You're the
The
only
first
one
time I
doing
met
Best
Terrell,
I
Wishes.
watch your
man,
stuff. I mean, I watched your stuff too. So it's like, yeah.
Just remember, you were the man responsible for making Tyrone do his
The
and also
grandfather.
helping me.
I
start
was
my
always
X
so
and Y
mad
too.
that Terrell got so
What?
many dislikes.
Dude, I've been around for fucking 14 years, so I should be the fucking grandfather.
Well, you have to start.
you're a monk.
You have to do the
Who's
back
actually
in my
doing
days.
Back
I
in
remember going to
my
Terrell's
day,
channel.
we used to wait 2.5 days for the episode, not 2.5 hours.
I started going to Terrell's channel, and he would have like the episode, like the thumbnails, and he had like a screenshot, so people thought he was actually uploading the episode. So they would just dislike all his videos because they thought he was baiting them. And it's like, no,
it literally says review right there.
I think that's what happened to me. Like I was looking for
I always felt so bad for him. I was just like, dang.
I remember Terrell actually commented on that in one of them. He's like, for those of y'all who are saying I'm clickbaiting, it says review in the fucking title.
Yeah, that is the reason why I put review as the first word. Review was the first word in the title. So there was no way you should be able to be like, oh, I don't know, man. I thought this was the episode. No.
Yeah. It was so weird. Polly, I feel just like you do right now when I worked up the courage to like ask him. I was like, hey man, want to do a video together?
Okay, imagine doing that with like 10 other people on this thing right now.
Well, see, I didn't. It was weird because when Tyrone did it, it was the same feeling. I was like, I don't think I'm that like. I don't think that highly of myself to be like, yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. So when Tyrone was like, do you want to do a collab? And I said, oh, I remember Tyrone. Yeah, I'll do. Because I'd already seen some of your videos, Tyrone.
I talk about Pokemon on the internet.
Before, so I was aware of him. So I said, oh,
I just thought it was weird how here I was with like 50, 60,000 subscribers saying, oh, Terrell, I'm such a big fan, man.
That's the thing weird to me. Because I had seen your videos, John.
That's once again proves that the sub count that doesn't matter. It's the people that matter.
Yeah, most definitely.
Adjust your sunglasses. Excuse me. I don't think you recognize me. I review Pokemon anime episodes. Yeah, you can just bring my limo to the front.
It's like
so essentially call Tyrone an Uber. Tyrone was
yeah, and then have him rake up the $30 in the wait time fee.
Oh God!
Of course,
TSS would get into the goddamn analytics of how much he would actually owe the driver.
At least
$1.77 for wait 5 minutes.
Oh man!
But I don't need to be thought of as someone that high. It's just like I'm a guy who likes Pokemon a lot. Like everyone else.
I think that's what all of us are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just that I existed. It's just like I existed before everybody else did, though.
Go ahead, Polly.
Except. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I was just gonna say, out of the people that I know, I think that there's only like maybe like 3 or 4 people that I know that have been around longer. That would be like Sinane, Sarah B. Joe, and some of the people from like back in the day.
Rock.
So that means TSS is the Pokemon historian of YouTube.
Yeah, he's the one creating the book of just
the good book, the best book.
TSS the best of Pokemon IRC Volume 1.
Oh no! Don't do that.
I fucking love this guy from Azure. I found KG via PRV12 and temporarily dropped him because he sounds like Munching Orange. God fucking damn it.
Also, like how some people are like, I found KG through Tyrone, and Tyrone's like, what? Isn't it usually
really
around? Yeah, Ken Doll Green said that. Although he said through.
Yeah, I existed before Maryland did.
So it's not the same thing, but you know.
Yeah, it was the like so weird. I remember I was doing X Y reviews shortly after you said you weren't going to do them, Terrell, and I was like, I'll do them.
Yeah, like the way you did. Yeah, that's the only thing we need to bring up.
He stole it.
You asked me permission to do X and Y reviews.
Fucking please, can I?
And I was like,
Terrell, Mr. Show Pro, do I have permission to do it?
And I'm like, Tyrone, you don't need my permission to do something that everyone else has the right to do.
Well, no, see, the idea was though is that
Mr. Terrell, can I go to the bathroom? Terrell, can I go eat?
Like we're sorry, your bathroom is closed. You gotta...
The idea was like I didn't see a lot of people reviewing the anime at the time. Like at this point, I think the only one I knew of who was reviewing each episode of the anime was Terrell at the time.
He had a monopoly, man.
Well,
yeah,
to answer Orion Sword's question really quickly, PM.net has actually been around since like 2002 on IRC and May 14th, 2005 on online. So, you know.
And it wasn't me. Yeah. it wasn't really me asking permission per se. It came out that way, but it was like, okay, I feel like if he's done doing X and Y, I was asking as a suggestion, should I take up the helm and go ahead and do X and Y since you're not doing it?
Can I have the
because
torch?
I was like,
That's really what it was.
I was like, I'll go ahead and just review the episodes from here on out.
Yeah, because I think like the video I made saying I wasn't gonna review X and Y, I put your channel in the description, and you were like so flabbergasted at the idea that I shouted you out in the video, and it was like, guys.
Yeah, well, and it wasn't the first time you shouted me out either. It was during your region reviews where I made that Johto video. But yeah, once that started up, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I'll go ahead and do the X and Y reviews. Then I see KG, and he's doing that. I don't know who he is yet. I just saw that someone else was doing it. I'm like, wait, there's other people reviewing the anime episode by episode?
And coincidentally, it was because of Terrell.
To be fair, that's how I found KG. I'm like the other guy. I found KG through Tyrone because I didn't know who KG was.
Yeah, so then I was like,
and I found KG through John. So
That's
like,
right.
What is this weird
Wow.
world we live
No,
in?
but you know what's hilarious? It all comes back to you, Terrell, because I.
Oh, so it's my fault.
No,
We all knew Terrell before we knew
You
each other.
caused this. What are you? What do you have to say for yourself?
Look what you did to my channel, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, listen, I don't want to be responsible for that. KG.
it comes back
But
to
you
Terrell
are.
for giving. It comes back to Terrell for inspiration. I think I just went and said, I was like, F it, ask them. They're regular people, right?
Terrell is the dad who dropped us all off at separate orphanages, and then we all live our way back.
I feel like I'm gonna get memed. I'm gonna be someone.
Well, yeah, because
Well, I mean,
collab
somebody
with-
called you Mr. Showpro earlier ago.
Yeah.
So.
Hey man, I'm not. Hey,
Shit, bro.
listen. I don't want that nickname, sir. All right.
yeah, I collab with Terrell, and then after I collab with Terrell, then I go ahead and collab with KG. So I just went and was like collabing. I was like, if I find enough people,
Well, see, what happened with me was that I was the forums for a while, kind of in the height of when DP was ending and Best Wishes was starting. And I began to notice that a lot of people were just very negative about Best Wishes. Even at the start, they didn't really give it a chance. And I was kind of bummed about that. So I actually, when I found Terrell's videos, like that's why I really liked them, because he kind of like presented Best Wishes in kind of like an objective way with each episode. So that's
I think the reason why a lot of people like Terrell's style is because it's like it's half off the cuff, but it's like a real thing. It's not like, you know, just speaking from off of your mind, and that's probably what's the best entertainment, I think. Stuff, you know, and then you kind of you can really feel the emotion and delivery when you're doing something like that.
I don't know why we're talking about him like he's dead, but
But the whole point is he doesn't do it anymore. I mean, we have to say,
but like,
I guess that part of Terrell died, yeah.
But during his reviews, he never sugared it up for
We're
the
going
sake
to be
of
at
horror.
Terrell's funeral and be like, damn, he had the best Pokemon Best Wishes reviews. I see you.
Oh.
Like,
yeah, it's like it splattered all the barbecue sauce.
If something was trash, and Best Wishes, he would let you know it's trash. He wasn't like, oh.
He wasn't afraid. When he did the reviews, when Terrell did the reviews back then, he wasn't afraid to speak his mind, and that's what I like.
Yeah. He was like, guys, Kotetsu is a piece of garbage. Like, he would just say it.
And
that is so
the thing
true,
is,
though.
it's
So
the time, and also it's the timing of the delivery. I will always say the delivery, the timing of the delivery is everything in the piece of entertainment.
Yeah.
I will say.
You're alive.
Yes, I am. It's weird. It's so weird to hear
talking about being alive.
And I'm like, I don't know how to respond to this. I'm not used to this level of praise, I guess.
Flattery.
Anyway,
Now you see.
but the one thing I really appreciate is because during when I was doing the reviews and they got super popular, a lot of the comments were just a lot of angry. I can't stand the fact I was looking for the episode, not this black whatever. And, and like, look,
Racism on YouTube is real.
and for me, it was kind of. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of rough because it's like, do I keep doing? It's like, how do I do the reviews I like to do without ticking people off? And I couldn't do it. And I honestly thought for a while the reason why I got all the views were because it was a bunch of people looking for the episode. So it actually, if nothing else, I think Taro was a good example of people genuinely liking my opinions on stuff versus, oh, I was looking for the episode and I couldn't find it. So if nothing else, I really appreciated finding fans who genuinely enjoyed my opinions on stuff versus
those who just want to watch the episode.
Yeah, because like honestly, that'll bum you out when you're sitting there doing episodes for a show that was like over already like a bunch of episodes in as far as seasons are concerned.
And to be fair, and if I'm 100% fair here, that was about the time when the Raws were really getting better to be easily accessible at that point. Because it wasn't until about almost to the end of DP where the Raws were actually easier to obtain.
Oh yeah, and the sub struggle was still real.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
like you ended up reviewing like I think in the finale like the dub because they caught up to the sub at that point.
Yeah, I started kind of mixing around whatever I could get to quickest, and people were like, "Why are these reviews so disjointed?" I'm like, "Because the Raws are out, but the
subs are not."
The subs weren't, so I had to, and especially that last season of Black and White, I was like, man,
how did I do this?
I just had to power through that. But I honestly I'm just happy that people enjoyed it and got something out of it because
I feel like we were in a documentary for a second. The year is 2011. The clickbait wars were going all over the place on YouTube.
Yeah, you weren't here. You weren't here during like the. You weren't here during like the second gen of like all of the Pokemon websites in like freaking 2005, 2004.
Damn.
2004 to 2006 was fun because
the Pokemon fandom has been a weird ride.
Because a lot of the fandom got dumped in like 03, and then I came in during the transition period between like 04 and 06. And then I was never I was on the PC forums. I mean, you could go look up my user on PC. I joined in like September 2004, but I was never a forums guy. If you look at my number of posts, it's all about 250, which means it's like 0.01 posts a day. Like in 14 years, I only posted like 250 times. That's like yeah, I'm a IRC kind of talking person. I like instant gratification when I talk to people.
That's the whole point. You want some. I think that was the whole idea, at least as far as the reviews were concerned. I wanted direct conversation.
Yeah, you wanted to be.
Because nobody was talking about the anime. That's what bummed me out. It was like,
well, we were talking about the anime, but it was on IRC, and like, what normal people use IRC, right?
Yeah.
Well,
pretty much. So you're not normal, is what you're saying.
Because I used to hang around.
Believe me, if I drink alcohol, I'd be normal. That's why.
What were you saying, Polly?
What were you saying, Polly?
Yeah.
I used to hang around on threads like, and not really survey, but
what PC, right?
Well, yeah, just like I used to keep up with just like the weekly, like the threads of whatever. So when Best Wishes first started, it was kind of just like a lot of threads were it was just very negative thread topics, like where do you think the anime is going, blah blah blah. Well, more negative than that, but so I was kind of looking for other outlets, and then eventually I found the reviews on YouTube, and then I also found Tumblr. So that's kind of where I ended up for a while, or I met all of you guys actually through DJ. So
right. And I know there was a time in Best Wishes, I know, because Best Wishes didn't, like you said before, Polly, Best Wishes did not get a good start on it, mostly because of Ash's loss against Snivy.
Pretty much his character reset.
Yeah, him losing against Snivy set a lot of people off. And
even before that, people were already against the series because you wouldn't have Brock coming back, and it was like,
and it was the first major design change too.
Yeah, with the big eyes and everything.
Oh, the big eyes.
I still don't necessarily care for that design for Ash, but I think Best Wishes gets a lot more crap than it deserves. It still gets crapped on, honestly. Best Wishes, I think it's just that, and I hate that because I really enjoy Best Wishes as a series.
I think Best Wishes had the disadvantage of going through a lot of this stuff, not just with criticism, just with the broadcasting of it. Because I know we got a large chunk of it that didn't even get to air, the Team Plasma stuff.
That was the
Yeah,
worst.
And they were
story
building up to
point.
it really well, actually. They had that whole 20 episode stretch with the whole Team Rocket thing and whatnot.
I was ready for Butch and Cassidy to appear again, like possibly.
Hutch?
Even though they probably won't.
I still think Best Wishes has the best interpretation of modern.
The
Team
BW
Rocket.
the BW 21 intro with the Rockets. That only existed on the original airing of the Japanese and the Korean version. Home versions had that scene cut out because obviously that never happened.
I feel like KG needs to make like a blurb that comes up the random TSS fact of the day. And so,
Well, I mean, I do. Have
Well, remember.
remember.
Well, here's the thing. About almost 4 years ago now, I went to PokeCon down in Louisville, and I ended up talking to Tom Whalen, like the second to last convention that he went to before he went into that whole hiding thing, and he said that they got the episodes, they had them ready, but then when the earthquake happened, they had to scrap the whole thing.
Yeah.
He said it was great
Why
episodes.
has no one hired you as like a Pokemon historian yet? Someone needs to do this.
Because if I do it for money, then all the creativity is lost.
You still.
Can I have the money then if you don't want it?
Yeah, like let KG have the.
What do you want to do? Transplant my fucking brain into you?
No, just
I
like
want the money, not your knowledge.
Listen. You just record sessions of your historical exploits, and then we just post it on YouTube for everyone to enjoy.
And we
Or like
make
when
money
you said
out
we
of
have
it.
to drink warm
Well,
water.
in particular, I
for
make
our
money out of it.
boards.
But yes.
That was a good fact.
He's always like super detailed too. It'd be
I swear,
the,
TSS, you need a monocle and a mustache and everything.
the year was 1996, and Satoshi Tajiri. Now, here's the thing: Satoshi Tajiri really liked bugs. All right.
Well, he actually did that in 1990, so you're like.
See, I
6
knew
years old.
it.
It was a
I knew it was coming.
Oh, it all.
Bro,
TSS would be like, I was fucking there with them too. We had a drink together.
I fucking
He would say some shit like that.
TSS is that dude. I fucking love TSS.
Well, hey, I got to high five Shokotan, so there we go. Boom.
Everyone got it. Also, oh my god, I just realized. Look at the time, guys. It's almost.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to derail the conversation.
No,
Oh, no,
what
no,
happens
no,
when you
no,
just
no,
come
no,
into the call?
Oh my god, everybody's talked at once.
It's been a while since we've all gone together, so it's great to have these kinds of.
Oh yeah, I love it, and
Yeah.
especially
Oh,
now that we
welcome
got
back,
new
by the
people
way.
in the online chat as well, like with our friend over here,
Hi.
Polly, and a couple of other folks as well. Somebody also wanted to join us earlier ago, but
She had to work.
works.
Yeah,
so,
work.
Yeah, Caroline's great.
Responsibilities.
yeah, but-
Honestly, I shouldn't even be here, but God
Anyway,
Me neither.
before we go.
Never mind.
Oh, go ahead.
Go
guys.
ahead, John.
Go ahead.
No, that's
Oh,
okay.
me? All right. So, anyway, before we go, I'm sorry.
We're still gonna do unboxing.
Spit it out, John.
So before we go, I would like
after me.
to remind
Someone walk through
everyone
the
that,
door.
of course,
Go ahead, John.
I'd like
Sorry.
to remind everyone that, of course, next week the new Pokemon movie is coming out, and it is confirmed to be keeping the original 100%, the Japanese score, which hasn't happened
No,
since
no,
2013.
Round of
So,
applause.
so I would like to encourage everyone watching that if you care deeply about this issue, like we do, support
Watch it.
this product. Support
Watch
this
it.
product. I plan on
Watch it.
watching this movie at least 3 to 4 times.
I'm gonna
Buy your
talk about the
tickets,
DVD.
buy the DVD, do whatever you can. Show TPCI that we support their decision.
Except
Yeah.
cut out the last 3 minutes because it's gonna suck.
It was funny because the way I found out about that was like I was watching the clip, the Pokemon post, and then the first comment I see is John going, I see you kept the Japanese score.
I mean, hey, gotta get the word out, man. Gotta get the word out.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
now,
No Nut November ended the moment that got
No,
announced.
not November ended when they kept the
guys,
score, man.
that is
Hey,
not
while
a
we're at
reason.
Listen, we've
When I
waited
heard that Route
a
1 theme, it
decade.
was
That is not a reason to end November.
Well, this means that we can actually review the movie without having to be swayed by the
The OST.
50,000
Yay!
xylophone notes.
Except maybe for the ending
Go
song.
for
but
it.
that's
Yeah,
it.
the ending song we could just say we just throw it in the trash.
Oh,
Yeah, Mary-
That's all I have to
It's just
say.
for now. We don't even know.
But
But now,
It's gonna be
but now we can make a valid comparison. We could make a
Yeah.
valid
Merry-
association with the voice acting. It's the voice
Merry
acting will be the
Happy
Merry
New Year.
Fistmas.
Merry Christmas. No one gets
Go Merry
voice acting
Fistmas?
sounds better.
Merry
You know
Christmas,
what?
don't hit me,
Merry
please.
Fist.
Does anybody else think it's really strange to hear Serena's voice actor in the movie as like
Well,
that?
you know,
girl?
they only have 2 female.
I
voice
know,
actors
but
in
it's
TV
so
shows.
weird.
We
All
also
I
have
hear is
Bonnie
It's
now.
like okay, we'll hire some
and Bonnie, too.
somebody off of random like 7th Avenue. You know, okay, she went to random Macy's. Let's hire her.
No,
Yeah,
I'd rather
really.
have the ones who have already done this and got experience out of this and
Yeah.
be the ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if we hear Clement, then it's done because we already have Bonnie and we have Serena.
Yeah, we don't need.
So
Clement.
whatever.
This is-
I just want everyone to know that this is happening. Support the product if you care deeply about the original music. See it as many times as you can.
Yeah,
That's all.
buy the
Please.
DVD, buy the digital release,
Buy the Blu-ray. And see
yeah,
what they're gonna have.
especially the Japanese version.
Welcome
too.
to the infomercial part of the program, everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying the ads here.
Yeah.
We make no
Damn it,
money
TS.
off of this.
Oh, actually,
Where's your donations,
I
KG?
forgot, guys. We did actually get a sponsorship, so we should probably talk a little bit about that.
Wait a
sponsorship.
minute, what?
So-
we got bought out.
No, we didn't get bought out.
Sell
Don't worry
out.
about it. I just
Sell
wanted
out.
to give
Sell
a
out.
massive
Anyway.
shout out to the
Sell out.
folks.
Tyrone's
and-
finally gonna get paid. Congrats.
PokePod
We're
or
actually
Rescue
gonna-
Life.
He's gonna finally get the 29 3/4 cents that he
Yeah,
deserves.
so anyway, today's PokePod. Today's
Finally.
PokePod, our stream was obviously brought to you by none other than Chef Your Boy RD. I mean, just without a doubt.
How dare you? How
I knew
dare
you were gonna do that.
No, and also the
dare
folks
you.
at AnimeNYC as well for providing
Yeah.
us with the press badge to also
Brought to you
cover
by
it.
Heat Tap.
So, first of all, to the folks over at AnimeNYC, it's an absolute honor to be able to cover that
Richie,
and talk a
no.
little bit about it. So yeah,
And not sponsored by that random Chinese person, the Chinese news thing that tried to.
but yeah, there are a couple of
I
things
feel
like
like now the sad thing, there's gonna be a bunch of in jokes that I will never get because I wasn't in New York. Sad face.
You
Anyways,
should come.
Also,
no, don't worry.
it's called money.
Money, 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 money.
The money struggle never stops.
Money, 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 money,
Yes,
money, money, motherfucker.
No, we're not doing this.
Money.
Guys, this is like the invasion of the body snatchers. Chill out.
Terrell, I don't think you
Voice
understand.
messages.
I don't think you understand the position you're in. You review Pokemon episodes. Yeah,
Okay.
you could just book your private jet over to New York.
Tyrone. I don't know where. Do you think we're
It's time to
on?
hop on a CSX.
Do you think we're on Blood TV, buddy? Do you think we're on?
Blood TV.
Do you think we're over here making money on VidMe?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube in 2018. Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't, I'm sorry.
Come on, a homeless guy can make more money in 2 minutes than we can make an
I'm
entire
sorry.
week.
Hey,
I didn't
Tia
make.
says, don't
Don't hurt
remind me
me
of my
where it
sadness.
I mean, it's the
hurts.
truth.
Don't remind me of
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
sadness.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't make a 3-hour video with KG and Dean about how Ash and Serena should be a couple just so that I
What?
can fly in
Oh, the trilogy of
Whoa,
more
wait a
shipping
minute.
discussion.
No,
Wait a
the
minute.
premium economy.
Who's
Wait a
Serena?
minute. What
Just
happened,
like-
Tyrone? Tyrone,
just so I can.
Tyrone, do we
just
need
like-
to talk? What's wrong?
Anyway,
No,
I gotta bounce
Ding.
because I have a test tomorrow. And I gotta
Okay.
study. So.
Later,
All right,
John.
all
Everybody
All right,
have
John,
fun.
thank you
Later,
for joining us.
Hold on.
Bye. See you next year.
Dean, I have to ask, why did you write that? Do I have to?
Just do it. Just do it.
You want me to go and get voiceover?
Yes. You do it.
Oh, the guy that does the
Attention,
trailer, right?
yeah, attention, all dub fans.
Pokemon anime fans.
Don't do this.
You need to.
No.
Don't do this.
No.
TPCI
KG
needs your help.
Prestige.
So
Prestige.
fast. So fast.
Prestige.
I feel like we need to.
Yeah, but
I think we need to
there- there's
someone
still a
get the
couple of
fishing
things.
rod. Somebody get the fishing rod. Just reel it back in, just slowly. We don't want to break the line here.
Okay, so I was
Alright,
gonna do
comment
this
is
for
deleted.
last. I don't know if we have enough time. I was gonna still do the unboxing of the
Let's
things.
do it.
I
Let's
got
do it.
here.
Let's do it.
All right,
Let's
so
go.
Yeah, let's do it.
let's do a
Let's go,
superpower,
Evie.
a superpower speed run of the unboxings of all these.
Are you
things.
putting up a cam for this, or are you just?
Yeah, I
gonna-
got the webcam on. So hey, everybody,
okay.
how y'all doing?
Welcome to the unboxing
Listen,
speed run.
listen.
So
Listen,
there are a couple of
KG.
things I got right here. I got these 3 big ass
Too bad
boxes.
it's
This
fucking
one's in
delayed.
reverse.
Yeah, but I say we don't see anything right.
Well, yeah, you gotta watch the stream in itself. Unfortunately, this.
I know. I'm watching the stream.
Well, I mean that's your
Give
problem.
Ooh.
There you go.
Skip it up and dirt. No.
I I liked the video and I shared it on the tweeters and whatnot.
Okay, then you did enough, then, buddy. I'll give you audio visual.
Oh, I see it now. There we go.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
so like we got right here Izuku Midoriya, the one that I was given to by our.
I like the Zygarde.
The DJ right here. Thank you so much for this, by the way.
Can I talk about how I gave it to you?
You could talk about it while I unbox this thing for a minute.
Play
Okay.
your own, KG. Just kidding.
No, you think that's messy?
Taro's like, thanks, Mom.
Anyway, Deej, your story.
Okay, so on the last day of the con, me and KG and Polly and our friend Natalie, who's also there, we met up and we explored the dealer's hall for a bit. We all decided to split up, but KG had already seen it, so he just decided to stick around with me. And so I had some there was this blind bag of My Hero Academia and Pokemon stuff, and I was like, sure, I'll buy it. Why not? Maybe I'll get lucky. And the one My Hero merch that was in there was this Izuku figure, which I already have. It's the only merch that I have. So out of all the possible things it could have been, it was this figure. And I'm like, hey, do you want this? Because I don't want to. He's like, sure. So that was my present.
That was a great gift, though.
It's such a.
Where's his head?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, what the fuck's his head?
I'm trying
Killed
to
him.
like. Ah, damn it.
Zuko!
Wow.
How's he gonna become the number one hero now,
Defective.
KG?
It's how
His dream.
This is a horrible bag. Jesus Christ.
Does this mean
Yeah, I
that
remember that
KG
bag.
is KG Shigaraki in disguise? Is that what's going on?
Well,
Yeah,
well, the packaging could be worse. It could be like one of those Taiwanese scissors from the 1990s where you need a scissor just to open the scissors.
KG is all for one.
Yeah. I thought I was one for all.
Or it's like opening a Tiger electronic game. You know?
Okay, this is a lot more complicated. Okay, there we go. I got it out. I just need to take out this stand.
If I remember right, his hair is like really sharp, like the spikes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's showing
Hold on,
jump spiky.
Holy shit, you're right. Look at this.
Yeah,
Okay, I got
my-
his head right here.
I feel like I might have hurt
Spikey,
myself
prepare
on that
yourself.
when I got mine.
Okay,
KG, you should probably get your hair that spiky with some effort.
I'm just kidding. So we got this right here, the head. Actually, hold on a second. I have something I want to do. Hold on a second.
Don't do this.
Don't do
Well,
it.
too bad we
No.
can't see for another 2
KG,
minutes.
we won't see it until later. That's the problem. The joke doesn't work if we know it's coming.
Okay, I'm back.
It's like a
Okay.
20-second
So
delay.
here's the thing.
Oh my god, there's his head. Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
so
just
here's the
holding
thing,
his
guys. I just gotta say. So when you buy
Every
the Lily
5 minutes we'll
figurine
kill
from
another
the
hero.
God,
what-
Tyrone, get closer to your mic.
Yeah, seriously, what the hell was that, Tyrone?
Tyrone, does your
PP
girlfriend
Bus
know you're cheating on
G3
her?
hot.
Oh my god. I
Does your
think
girlfriend
this-
know you're cheating on her with your mic, Tyrone? That's
I gotta see if this works, guys. Hold on.
You were so close to the mic. It's okay.
Jesus Christ.
We
I
love
wanna-
you, but don't do this.
So okay,
Ever
what I was
again.
gonna try saying is that, when I don't know if you guys ever bought the Lily GEM figurine.
No.
They have
Yeah, I did.
Okay, the Lily GEM.
Oh, you're
figurine-
gonna try to stick it on there.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
didn't-
try to stick
Oh,
the Lily.
no.
All right,
There you go.
Sid.
This
would do
is the
something like
stupidest thing I've ever seen.
All
right
right,
now.
Sid
Oh,
from
God.
Toy Story.
I'm screenshotting this shit right away.
Don't
Hold
do
on.
this.
There we go.
We're
I
better
wish-
than
didn't
this,
think of trying
KG.
to-
Let me see if I can.
KG, I swear we're better than this. Don't do
There
this.
we go.
please.
Ah, the Lily head fell.
Also, Tony, that's great.
What?
Tyrone X Mike is the best ship.
It is.
Nice.
All right, so there we go.
Wow, one thing you said intelligently.
Oh my god. Oh,
Got it.
There we
oh
go,
my
guys.
God.
Perfect.
Oh,
Look at that.
No.
That's horrifying.
All for.
I don't want to live on this
Uh,
planet anymore.
All
Side
right,
note,
well,
Lily is best girl. 10 out of 10. Move on.
That's her Z power form.
Okay, well.
that could be her Z power form. But God, Lily, your shoulders are huge. Stop.
Must be a football player.
she got beefed up, man.
Well,
She's used to catching
the
balls.
problem is when you put her head on backwards, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
She's ready to.
So here
Nah,
we go,
maybe
guys.
not.
We got this.
Maybe
cool
she's just
figurine
possessed
that
by the
looks great.
devil.
No, she's just been
Let me just look
lifting
this
all
up.
day.
This is not what I expected to do at midnight.
Yeah, not me.
She's
neither.
ready to
Look
fight.
at the neck, though. That neck is like long as hell, man.
Oh, the
ready
neck,
to
the
show
neck
us a-
guy, yeah.
neck.
Oh,
Thick
neck
with her
bridge.
head.
That's
That's
boys.
Nicoria.
Thick neck boys.
All right, so unfortunately, Lily could not be in that thing, but
Lily was ready to challenge those Spiros to a rematch.
there we go, guys. I did it. There we
That's not how
go.
that
Now
works,
Midoriya
Tyrone.
and Lily's head are going on my adventure.
That's Tyrone's man at work.
Look at that! Look at that majestic beauty right there, guys. I think you guys will get good fan fictions. Out
And
of this.
everyone, we've now found out KG is a magician.
I thought you were the one that was the magician.
No.
Pokemon's a magician.
Listen, some people don't get the joke, KG. Don't.
I don't know why, but it's
Watch
neck-
our crystal
Watch
plate,
Pokemon Crystal.
please.
No, don't ruin it.
Over at
False
time.
promotion.
Oh my god.
All right, hold on. Ah, my leg.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Wait, what?
KG.
What?
KG.
I killed her.
No.
What are you doing?
Okay, Halloween was a month ago. You should have done that for Halloween.
Yeah, that would have been great, but I didn't get the
Deku
figure.
was carrying the head of his enemies.
So this is nothing right here. It is just a glass of something from Blaze Blue. I don't know if you guys ever played that series.
Yes. Yes.
I have.
It is a convention exclusive on AnimeNYC. They had a figurine or acrylic stand for one of the characters known Makoto Nanaya. I think that's how you pronounce her name.
Yeah.
I'm not showing it there, but
A
here's
camera
the
figure. That's
Yeah, but I was saying,
so
like,
rare.
I don't see anything.
No, don't worry. That's the base right there, or part of the base. This is another piece of the base, and then right here we actually have the acrylic stand of her.
Oh, Makoto is the squirrel girl.
Yeah,
isn't
the
she?
squirrel girl.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just bought this mainly because of.
See,
two
guys, I
reasons.
like the animes and whatnot.
Oh goodness.
Wait, that's an anime?
No, just playing.
I was about to say, like, holy shit, that's
I'm
an anime.
joking.
It walks the line of anime, but it's not.
Because it's made in Japan.
Yeah,
It's actual anime, but it's a game.
yeah, it's based
Yeah.
off the video
Yeah.
game, which is based off the anime, based off the video game.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So
But
next
yeah,
thing we have right here, this is my personal favorite thing I found. I thought this was part of the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee collection, but it wasn't. Turns out this thing came out back in 2013. It is from the Pokemon Center. I don't know what the hell this says in Japanese, so I'm assuming it's probably saying something about Pikachu and Eevee.
But
Well,
Jesus,
I'm gonna
read
read.
This
I'm
is
gonna
so
read it.
hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it in like 1 minute and 20 seconds when the
I'm about to
stream
say
actually
it's so
catches
hard
up.
when you're still showing the picture of the squirrel girl, and I'm saying you're talking about Pokemon. I'm like, where's the
Yeah, I
crossover
know.
there?
The delay is super strong with this one. It's
You could actually open up your webcam on Discord, but that might
yeah,
be
but
too
you
much
can't
for
do it in
you.
this one. I would
Yeah.
have to force all of you to go
Oh.
to another.
Yeah, that's like
thing.
10 people.
You know, we
Yeah,
can't be bothered to move. Come
Yeah, it's
on,
the
man.
Waka.
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
too much
Waka
work
Waka
for us.
get the. It's the Waka
You're asking me to click
Waka
buttons and
get the
whatnot.
Kuchi. Pokemon Waka Waka get the Kuji.
The what?
2013.
What?
I heard Chi-Chi.
Pokemon Waku Waku Geto Kuji.
Pokemon
2013.
Monster. Ooh, waka, waka.
And that says last.
Taro, what the
Waku,
Taro, what the
eh,
fuck
eh.
What the?
All right,
Pokemon
so you
Monster.
got, like,
and it literally
Guys,
says and that's literally says last run. Last
It's
line.
just, guys, it's just Waka Waka, all right? Just move
Eh,
on. Waka Waka.
Waku
So
Waku.
this is a Pac-Man exclusive.
Shitayo.
Oh Jesus Christ, this is noisy.
Oh,
God,
God.
Jesus Christ. Fuck 2013. What's going on?
Yeah,
here?
right.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Bless that.
what happened to Gold Miner?
We killed the. Nah, I can't say that. Might be a little too much.
We've said worse.
Didn't
Well, I mean, we've
kill
been
the
demonetized
Tyrone's
millions
channel
of times.
Anyway,
Well, no,
He's
no,
got a
Tyrone.
razor.
But see, Tyrone's channel is one thing. I don't care if we get demonetized on Tyrone's channel because we don't make any money.
well, I'm not making any money either.
I mean,
man.
don't get
lost-
paid.
KG, KG is very professional. I don't want to do that to his channel. I refuse. He's already been through enough this shit.
Thank you for that. But look at
That's
the
I
cuteness
wasn't
of
even
this
burned.
thing,
I
man.
was just being acknowledging what happened.
Yeah, like what
I feel-
happened? Like it was just.
I was trying to be considerate.
I feel the love, guys. Thanks.
Hey man, listen, Tyrone, listen. You gotta
Get to
stop
the-
looking like childish.
Well, then again, no. Then again, though, I could say I
Just
could
can't
say
be
screw
the-
2013 because I was sick then.
I only remember that joke because he mentioned it when we did that video.
This is absolutely adorable.
No, I just saw someone in
man.
the
I love
comments
this.
made it. That's why.
This is
That's
That's very
true.
nice. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, that does look really nice.
I love the little.
Well,
berry.
what I
Oh,
want
it's so
what
good.
I want to do is I want to see about if they have any more Gasha machines of like the Eevee stuff because there's like an Eevee Gasha going around. There's like I think Volume 2 now, and they have like Eevee in different like
here.
poses and stuff in the Gasha machines.
See, if I was
So hopefully that's gonna be like in February. So hopefully.
So the
If-
next
if I
thing I
was-
have right here is I know it's gonna be a while for you guys at least. But the next thing I got right here is if the camera could be nice enough. There we go. Is the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Pokeball Plus thing. I actually don't
Oh yeah,
know
you bought
what's
the
inside
Nintendo
this.
NY, didn't you?
Yeah, I bought this in Nintendo New York. I also bought that sweater too. I'm not wearing it right now because obviously I'm indoors.
Oh, isn't it the same one?
Put on the sweater, KG.
It's in the wash.
It's my sweater.
That's not an excuse. Go get
Put
it.
the wet one on.
Take the camera. What's your laundry room?
Wow,
I have a laundry room.
Wow, Terrell. Wow.
You have a laundry.
Guys, you took it to a direction I wasn't going towards. All right, I was walking.
Yeah,
Towards
sure.
The,
Yeah, sure.
listen, I was walking towards the door. You guys are watching towards the.
KG
No,
does
they
not
were
live in a
lunging
mansion.
through it.
That's what it is.
But
I'm just not a
Jesus
comedian.
fucking Christ.
I love this though. Look at this cute little.
Why is
Pokeball
Jesus
Plus
fucking
box.
Christ? That's weird.
Because
Adorable.
Chris
You
was a
said
little bit
it.
thirsty today.
And then here's the Let's Go Pikachu. Let's Go Eevee.
Happy
game, I
Monday,
should say.
everybody.
Good, you got the best. You got the best version.
I'm a little bummed out that there's nothing
Boy,
special
boy,
with
boy.
the special box itself for Eevee. It's just literally the standard.
Eevee.
The case and the ball.
Yeah,
No,
Boy.
it's not
Eevee.
Eevee no more. It's Eevee.
Unfortunately, I've become too accustomed to the Japanese name, so I love it.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, E-boy.
No, it's Eevee.
It's too
Eevee.
fucking cute, and
Now-
I can't take it.
I can't stop hearing yeah boy no more. It's impossible.
Yeah,
people
boy.
will be.
Chef, yo.
Whenever they do a
Boy.
move in the game,
It's your boy, E-boy.
Eevee.
Yee boy.
All right, let me put this here. Anything else? Oh yes, the little pins and things I caught from AnimeNYC and all that stuff. Okay, first of all, since we were talking about Gotcha Machine, I actually did get this cute little Eevee Pokemon Quest one. It's adorable. It's like the blocky Eevee and all that. So that's pretty cute. I think the camera's not really going to be helpful here given the lighting and all that right now being 12 o'clock at night. So it's not going to be able to be seen properly.
Well, that's better lighting than I have.
Yeah. Well, that's only because I'm actually using the lighting lamps, whatever you want to call them.
The studio lamps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I got those there. I also got this cute little Eevee chain. Also, I want to talk a little bit about
Streaming for wait, you're
That's
surprised that we're streaming for over 2 hours? Have you ever been to for the one of the discussions that we did was like 4 hours long?
Yeah,
Listen, I can't be here that long, guys.
Orange
That was
Sword, you've
crazy.
been to a PokePod before. What kind of comment is that?
Oh, and what about the time we spent 2.5 hours talking about 5 minutes of footage?
yeah.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh,
I knew this was
I
gonna
want to
happen.
talk a little bit about these two little keychains real quick because, first of all, TSS, you ruined it for me. Secondly, these two
What?
were made by Wispwill, and they when you get anything of a piece of, I guess, art from her via like those keychains and all that, she puts them in this cute little cup right here. And
Aw.
when you look at it, it's so adorable.
Oh, that
and
was
then
so cute,
TSS
yeah.
ruined it by calling it a fucking urine bottle.
Yeah, it's like it's like no. You're gonna see it on the stream right now, and it's gonna be like it looks exactly like it
Oh my
like a
God,
container, like
yes,
a
it does.
container for a urine sample.
Yeah, that's
All right.
the fucking worst part of it. But then when you like
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
it
the
does look like a urine bottle.
Nice piss cup.
Yeah, that's a fair.
yeah,
It could be a fancy Starbucks cup, to be fair.
I'm gonna talk.
all
I'm gonna
right,
test
sir.
positive
It doesn't,
for
like,
pee.
yeah,
Yeah,
look
but
at the top, it
the
does have
problem
the
is the size of it, like the length,
Listen, when you go to Starbucks, you ask for a mega, and you get that. That's what happens.
Go to Starbucks. Yes, that like a urine cup.
And that's why I told TSS the other
that's
day,
what it
like,
is.
listen, I
Listen,
can't.
I need to make sure you're clean before you can drink this coffee. I need you to prove you're
What
sober
the
right now,
fuck,
sir.
dude?
I'll give them
All right,
this
sir.
then, and they'll be good.
Listen, I
All
need you
right,
to.
sir. Welcome
They're
to your
just
drug test.
stepping
Please
back.
pee in this cup.
And
Else,
then,
the last
I mean-
thing
we will
also
Just make sure you
had-
don't eat
Latte.
poppy seeds before doing that.
I mean, coffee is a drug, so that makes sense.
Black poppy seeds.
There we go. I got this other one
Coffee's
too.
a hell of a drug.
Screaming
Welcome to-
Ditto. That's beautiful.
Welcome to
Evolve. I think we evolved
AnimeNYC.
soon.
Please.
What else?
Gotta be there first.
Yeah. Actually, hold on a second. Richie, god damn it, man. First of all,
Hey,
you
never mind.
I left my
forgot
poster there.
this.
Shit.
Wait,
You
what?
forgot this, Richie. Your Natsuki drawing. That.
Hey, man. Joe's Pizza was lit. Can't blame me for that.
Oh, okay, don't worry. At least I'll now have this here until I can.
He
mail it
really
to
wanted
you.
to go to Joe's Pizza.
Yeah.
I'm
He
very
like
confused.
the moment like he said
New
goodbye to us, he just
Okay.
disappeared in an instant, man. He was
Yeah,
nowhere to be seen.
because when Richard landed here like Wednesday night, you know, I met up with him, met him at the train station, and we just said, okay, all right, you know, he says he's a picky eater, and it's like, okay, it's like, do you like pizza? And it's like, oh, sure.
Who
And then
doesn't
we
like
took-
pizza?
Yeah, I mean, some people
Me.
don't, but it's like, but
People who don't like
but
gluten.
but he wanted to go
People who
see
don't wanna
Times Square
die.
anyway. he wanted to go to see Times Square anyway, so Joe's Pizza has a location, a satellite location on 40th Street in Times Square.
Good.
Yeah, and the way it's prepared, it's like really old, like really thin, old school style.
Yeah, it's
by the slice. Yeah, the thing though is that the cheese is really good. It's like old style, and also the sauce is a little bit sweet, which does really make it. Once it hits your tongue, it's a great combo.
It is, but it's not by like a lot. Also, the one thing that I didn't like about Joe's was if you have multiple pizzas, yikes. Because all that shit's onto like 2 plates, and you have to like carry the shit.
Pokeball, right?
Yeah, but that's like the least of your worries, though. I mean,
that was the Pokeball
like,
Plus is actual.
But the reason why they don't do that is because the plates do not fit more than one slice.
Pokemon in his room.
Because if you know what it is, right? If you know what it is, right? You know the paper plates, the white paper plates that you usually get.
Gone, guys, it's over.
Okay, if you try to put 2 slices on that, and the grease will fall through it, you'll end up on the floor. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Dean, wouldn't that be some shit like the styrofoam Pokeballs they give you in the Pokeball Plus? They just fooled everybody.
Yeah.
I think we call that highway robbery.
God, dude.
7 Deadly Sins.
So like I opened my Pokeball Plus box and it
Pokeball,
was
Pokemon, Shin Pokemon.
That's what I thought because I looked away for a second. I was like, wow, you got ripped off.
Yeah, I paid $99.99 for this shit, and it was a squishy ball.
That's why you don't spend this kind of money.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
That's why you don't spend $250 in Gasha machine.
People are poor.
I did buy more other things. It's like shirts and all that, but you can find the full image in the in Twitter as well for that kind of stuff. So there are some other things I didn't get to show off here, but yeah, that was just the main attractions, I guess you can call it.
Can you compare the size of the Pokeball Plus to what you have just there? Is there a way you can do that?
Yeah. If I take out the thing right now, I can do
that. Yeah. Take it out of the box, KG.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know you guys wanted to see an unboxing of the
KG, I want to see an unboxing.
Okay. We're unboxing.
Please.
I can't believe I have to pay $50 for fucking Mew.
Jesus Christ.
Give us what
Our
we
great Lord.
Jesus rice.
Cheese and rice.
It's not coming out of the
Giggity.
box.
Giggity goo.
Why is it not opening this? Oh, there we go.
Diggity dog.
Oh my god, here's the unboxing, guys. Look.
Wow, what we need to do for
Oh god.
Hey, dude, don't cut yourself. Listen. Just aim it right.
Well, he has to do this for a living, so he knows how to use box covers.
We don't promote self-harm. Please don't do that.
All right, so there's
Pokemon let me poo and pee.
Okay, so
no, it needs PP Bus G3 Hot and PP Bus 3G 3V4 too.
Just rip the box open.
He already did.
I want the box.
I hate the suspense because we know in the future. Actually,
it's
KG's
a fucking
in the future.
squishy ball, guys.
Oh no. KG's in the future. We're in the past. Does that mean we're Samurai Jack now? Jesus.
Spoilers.
All right.
Also, okay, here's the Pokeball,
powered by
guys.
garbage.
And here's the other Pokeball right here.
Okay, don't mix them up because they look exactly the same.
Yeah, you won't be able to tell the difference.
Oh my fucking god, look at the size of these two. They legitimately are the same
They're
size.
almost the same, yeah.
Wow.
There's that.
Is Tyrone more in the future than I am? Jesus.
Yeah,
No, I have them in front of me right now. I have mine.
This is actually really cool.
Yeah.
I like the feel of this thing. Like the material of it.
Are you gonna play Let's Go that way?
Yeah, and also
wow, they are the same. Holy shit.
Yeah, and also speaking about Let's Go, I guess I should probably bring this up because I was talking with Tyrone about this as well.
Holy crap!
What's gonna happen? Go on.
Those two balls are actually the same.
Yeah, it's like as if there's nothing different. I'm
Looks
scared
like
now
eyeballs.
because
They look like boobs. Someone said, what?
Really?
Wow.
Really?
It's a Pokeball.
I mean, to be fair,
Look at
that's
the A cup. I mean,
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, it is, honestly. Sadly.
One will
See,
love
I'm a
me, one will
deviant,
kill
so
you.
I can't be trusted.
Okay,
so don't worry about
so what I was gonna say, folks,
Cops
is
and
that
rovers.
before we
Tyrone.
wrap things up for the stream, though.
Yeah.
Tyrone passed the champagne.
You saw a
pass the
Guzma
champagne.
cosplay and didn't tell me. Unbelievable.
Were they selling
wanna-
Guzma glasses? I totally want to get those.
Yes,
I
they were
wanted to
actually in
show-
one booth.
I should have gave Tyrone money to go get some.
I wanted to show Terrell the cosplay first. I was gonna show you after.
Unbelievable.
Oh, so I guess I get first dibs at cosplay.
No, you started the "it's your boy" joke, and it went from there. So I figured it'd be justice to
I'm
show
pretty
you
sure
the
I made it more
pictures.
funny, but whatever.
Wow, because Richie does one line.
Richie, chill. Tyrone, did you give Richie his props? How dare you?
I did give him his props.
I mean, Tyrone was the one that got the free head, so I mean,
I feel like
I gotta get credit for something.
Well,
Terrell invented the joke.
Richie, listen.
Wait, you got credit?
Richie, I'll let you co-sign. It's all right. You can co-sign.
All right, I'll accept it.
All right, we've made deals. Everything's okay.
They both bought the right stage.
Yeah, no, we have the patent now. Shut up, Tyrone. You don't need. You have to pay us $20 if you keep using the joke.
$20. Ooh, that sounds like a pretty rich deal.
That's an expensive
No wife
joke.
in the club. Give him $20.
Richie gets 10%, so he gets $10.
KG, you wanted to announce something, I think. Is that what?
Yeah, sorry, my bad, KG.
Wait, what?
We're gonna introduce the PokePod, the $20 mode.
Oh yeah, the PokePod R Pro edition. Yeah, that's correct.
What is that? What?
Yeah, did you know we were doing
$20 mode.
Mm-hmm.
KG's paying someone to make this an anime
$20 a month, you'll get the PokePod R for free and all access.
So is KG opening up a Patreon?
No, we're not doing that
You
bullshit.
get access to our new streaming service.
Jesus Christ, KG was like, "Fuck that." I have no interest.
Yet.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I still have money for right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking Carmelotti and Dean over here posting this shit on Twitter of the
Oh yeah. On Twitter I posted it, yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Okay, what I want to tell you guys, because I see a lot of people talking about this in the chat too earlier ago, is in regards to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. They want us to do a playthrough of it, and yes, we will actually be doing one tomorrow. We will begin the Pokemon Let's Go playthrough over. I was gonna originally do it here on YouTube, but we decided to move it over to Twitch.
Fuck YouTube.
For
Twitch.
Yeah.
Demonetized, by the way.
So, given with some recent issues with YouTube lately and all that, I feel it'll be more safer to have this content over on Twitch, and then I'll upload like highlights or something here onto YouTube to just make it.
And that's why KG's the smart man.
So I just want to let people know, if you guys want to find the playthrough or the channel that I'm going to be doing the playthrough at, it's going to be at twitch.tv/KG Prestige, just like how it was before. And we're going to be doing the playthrough there tomorrow for Let's Go Eevee. Yeah, so that's going to be
the better
fun.
version.
Yeah, the better version. And yes,
I think that's called bias.
Just don't aggravate Eevee to the point where it tackles your ass.
No, don't worry. We're gonna do Let's Go Mew because I have the Pokeball Plus for a reason.
Whenever you go into a battle with Eevee and he goes, "It's I!" and he like screams like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my goodness!
What?
Don't worry about it. You didn't hear it. It's all right.
Okay.
Just prepare for your death.
Article 13.
Be one of the first to die.
Whoa!
Europe.
But yes, folks. Once again, twitch.tv/KG Prestige. You'll find it right there. The channel. We're going to be doing it at around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just like how the normal pods tend to be. And yeah, look forward to it. 4-hour playthrough, and I'm gonna be interested to see how this all goes out, because given you guys and your commentary for the Let's Go gameplay impressions you had so far, I'm really intrigued to figure out how that's gonna work out, especially with this Pokeball. I want to see how I can actually play with this little Pokeball.
You throw it at your TV and it catches your TV.
Yeah, except I'm playing this with, like, my Switch is on the left, the TV's
or
on the
you
right.
just break your TV.
Well, welcome to customer support. How may I help you? You won't believe what happened.
It told me that
Windows 2000 additional.
Oh no. Guys, I think this could be deemed offensive. Don't do this yet.
What is this little circle thing that's like on the Pokeball thing?
It's called the analog stick.
It's the analog
Oh,
stick.
not that.
No. The top button on the Pokeball, the circle on
That's
top
like the
of the
A
Pokeball.
button.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this little plastic thing that's wrapped around the
We
robot.
can't see what you're talking about,
Oh,
KG, because the
that's-
camera's off.
No. I know what he's talking about. It's the black circle that's connected to the string.
Mhm.
It's the clip if you want to put it on your belt.
Oh, I thought he was gonna pull up.
That shit doesn't look like it's safe.
It's not.
Look at this. Hold on.
What?
Let's put this on the camera. Look at this. How do you expect it to be safe with this thing? There's like no little.
we can't see it.
Tyrone,
I'm gonna put it on.
let me know that Tyrone. I'm sorry.
No, I have it on the live
Eevee is
stream.
happy to be played a bunch with Pikachu.
So yes,
Yeah,
this is
The
so
idea is
bizarre.
that it's supposed to clip to your belt and you wrap it around.
I thought this was something you're supposed to put
Is
in your
that
like.
so?
I thought it was like this. Like you have to put this in your arm so it doesn't like
You
start
still
flinging
can't see
everywhere.
anything.
Don't worry, it'll take like about a minute. I thought
Oh, there
that's
we
what
go.
you're
Garbage.
supposed to do. I thought you're
I could be
supposed to
dead
put it
in a
on here
minute.
So you could do this. Like, see, look at that. It's not flying
Come on, I
anywhere.
want to play some more.
So yeah, that's what's happening right
What's
now.
gonna happen? I'm gonna hear a bunch of cute Eevee noises in the background.
Evilly. Yes.
They don't do this.
But let me put this.
My
heart is-
Also, by the
I have
way,
a weak
before I
heart.
forget, I heard that
I
if
just
you
played some High
transfer the
Five with
Mew to your Pokemon Let's Go game and you delete that save file, you won't get another Mew again.
Oh, really?
So that Mew that
Why
you
would you
transfer-
do that?
No,
Yeah, I'm
no,
saying,
in
why
case
would you
like
do
let's
that?
say your Switch breaks, right? So if your Switch
Mm-hmm.
breaks by any chance, then you lost the Mew and you spent.
I got a
$50
question for the people that transfer Pokemon from Go to Let's Go. When you transfer them over, does the Go ones actually go away completely, or is it just make a copy of it?
I'm
I have
pretty
no
sure
idea.
it goes completely.
Oh,
I'm pretty
that's-
sure it would go
oof.
completely. Honestly.
Yeah, because they always keep iterating that you can't transfer it back. So
Oof. Okay.
that would be
Right.
my assumption. Yeah,
All right. It's
Yes.
interesting.
the
So-
lore continues.
He
Right.
did.
all right, so there we go, folks. I think that's pretty much it. I want to thank everyone so much for joining us here. Everyone here in the call as well. We had so many amazing folks all just piled up together for one good old giant discussion. Let me just give thanks to Evie, Dean, DJ, Polly, Richie, Tyrone, TSS, Terrell, and our other
John.
buddy John, who also
John.
left us as well, or JPR.
R.I.P. John.
Yeah, he was the
I
one
can't
that
believe
had
he
to-
died during the stream. What's
Yeah.
He
messed
got
up?
Thanos in the middle of our discussion, man.
Feels bad,
Didn't-
man.
Yeah, he's with
No, he
he's
doesn't
with
feel.
Terrell.
No feel good, man.
He was with Terrell. Remember when we talked about Terrell?
I'm not dead. Stop it.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
My crab isn't dead yet.
I'm not a cool guy, guys. Just don't worry about me. Falling.
Yeah,
I
so
can't get up.
please make sure to go follow all these guys in their respective Twitters, YouTube channels, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have to do some pretty insane editing later in the.
No, I'm
description
the
section.
insane one. I'm the insane one.
Okay, would you like to?
Yeah,
No,
be on
Kate, what's
the-
wrong with you? Trying to take credit?
Hey, man, listen. If I can get access to your YouTube channel, that's perfectly fine.
All right, then.
Oh
hold
my
on,
God.
let me-
Give him- just give him-
I
Give him
don't-
your
I'm
YouTube
not
channel, the
against
16
that at
digits
all.
on your card, expiration date,
Exactly.
on the back, all
Month
that.
and year.
Yeah.
See, DJ knows all the secrets.
A 3-number code on the back.
See?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys.
No problem.
You're welcome.
No
You're welcome,
It's
Paul.
been
problem.
a lot of fun.
Anytime.
It was great having you here, and hopefully we'll have you for more.
Yeah,
fun little
I've been
shenanigans.
more on the anime side, more so than the games. I actually don't have the game yet. I probably want to get this, but when I do, I'll probably,
Yeah,
updated.
and also speaking of the
Yeah.
anime, we completely negated the whole Rowlet episode too.
Well,
No,
we're
you
gonna talk.
guys
We're gonna
talked
talk
about-
about it next week.
Yeah, well,
You
we'll
guys
save it
talk-
for next week then, I guess.
Yeah, you guys talked about it briefly.
No, but yeah, we didn't even scratch the surface for what went down in that episode. Because honestly, that might have been my favorite episode
Well, it's not
for
like you're
Rowlet.
missing out.
So, hey, there was a lot of good things in there. Small little
Yeah.
details, once again, that I think many people would miss out
It
on.
ain't shit
That
without
I would
Guzman.
love to talk about. I know it doesn't have your boy Guzma, but Guzma's
Guzma.
dead in this series, so yeah.
Hey, kid, you don't say that, man. You take it back.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that
Fuck.
about
Getting
my
Vietnam
boy
flashbacks
Kuzma.
now.
I still can't believe one of Ash's rivals is going to be a goddamn trainer with a 0 aura, and that's still ridiculous.
Just, no, we're not doing this today.
No.
No,
Yeah,
it's
Another
true,
camera.
No.
Like
That's
literally.
for a whole
It's
nother, for a whole
tiny.
nother part, KG.
It's
Let's just
tiny.
end this one.
If we
You're gonna-
keep
you're
going,
gonna-
we're never gonna end.
This will,
Yeah,
this will
well, yeah.
never
Let's
end.
just end this part.
And I need
Okay.
to work.
All right,
tomorrow.
all right. Let's end it out.
Good
First of all,
job.
guys, thank you once again, everyone, for joining us here today. We will be here tomorrow, not well here, but on Twitch. Once again, twitch.tv/KG Prestige. Make sure to join us there at 10 p.m. EST as we are going to be doing our playthrough of Let's Go Evo. So,
Evil we.
E-boy or yeah boy, however you want to
Hey,
spell
boy.
it.
Hey,
Yeah,
boy.
And yeah, so
Stop
please look forward to that. I'll upload the episode thingy or the review. I don't even know what I'm saying. The playthrough thingy on
You're
YouTube a
tired.
little later. Yeah, it's 12:30. And anything else? No, that's pretty much it. So we'll look forward to you guys in the next session of the podcast. make sure to also go check out Tyrone's channel just now because he uploaded another part of the Crystal playthrough that doesn't include Tyrone. So if you want
Tyrone
to
didn't get his shit together.
That was a good arc.
Yeah, that was a great arc right there. Good 2-episode arc. So please go ahead and go watch that as we pretty much
favorite game, can't figure out the cave.
Well, spoilers.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll let you guys enjoy the fun, all right? And also, thank you to our friend Red Dragon Emperor Ash also for joining us there too in AnimeNYC. We had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys over there too. So once again, overall AnimeNYC, a fantastic experience, and I cannot wait for next year. But for now,
me either.
All right,
I'm going to bed. So good night, everyone.
Aloha.
Bye.
Alola.
So long.
Boy.
No, Richie.